Good evening, race fans, and welcome to BSTV. You've joined us for, so let me mute myself on the other screen. I can hear myself, that's not good. Nobody needs to hear that, not even me. So welcome to BSTV. This is the Backfire Simsport TV Simability V8ESC Season 15. Don't know why it says promo, need to remove that. It's probably said it every week and I've only just noticed it. So we're going to do a bit of this, there we go. And then hopefully the next time I load that screen it won't be there. So we are, I am Pete Bingham and I will be joined at some point by Wobbly Kneecaps, but he is now a crowned national champion, which we'll describe later. There you go, promos vanished now. Look at this, I have control of stuff. We are at Sandown for an endurance race. This is week 4 of the series. And this is one that's 90 minutes long, 90-minute long race here at Sandown, an iconic V8 Australian track. And we have a 19-degree track. We are early morning at the moment, 8:30 in the morning. We've got quite a few people on the chat already. Tyler's trying to draw everybody's attention to the fact that he is the fastest car on track by being very self-deprecating. On the chat there, saying he's worried about it. Why would you worry about being the fastest? I have no idea. So let's go and have a look at where we're at very quickly. So indeed, Tyler is 0.16 ahead of Bob Woodhouse. I've got some insider knowledge, I'll talk about that later. But this is such a good track. Last time we went here, wow, that is loud from iRacing. So we'll turn that down somewhat. Or do I need to turn it down? I think I need to do that. Let me just sort out my sound, because right now I can hear nothing but iRacing. There we go, much better. Right, so back to what I was saying. That's a nice paint job. I wonder who that was. Actually, it's still a bit loud. Good grief. Bear with me for a moment, folks. There we go. Right the way down we go. There we go. Right, so back to where I was. Happened often enough to be a pattern. Don't know what he's talking about. When I'm faster in practice, screw up in quality. Okay. Let's see if Tyler lives up to that reputation. 16 cars on track, as you can see, which is good, healthy numbers for a track like Sandown. Last time we were here, it was utter carnage at the first chicane, with XVR's Johnny Brandon getting into a massive pile-up. And it was a very exciting race in terms of pit stops, and I gather that the pit stop window here is very, very narrow, so that should be quite a drama. Often we get cars pitting like miles apart from one another. Tyler and Chris Jackson busy having a conversation about how successfully he's being. Let's talk about a couple of potential new guys on the block. Where are we going here now? Right, so we've got Rich Jameson. He's not new. We've seen him plenty of times before. In fact, some of the guys that signed up recently have not joined this evening. Hopefully, they'll join at some point in the season. Let's have a look at the standings. If I can find the standings, that is. Right, let's have a look at. This should be right. There we go. Is that right? Let me go and check that. My screen might be upside down here. That one. No, it is right. Oh my god. Right. Stranger things have happened, but I don't know when. Ant Woodward is currently top of the pile on 695, 3 points ahead of Vincent Skillback. Bob Woodhouse on 670. So the very, very top is very, very tight. Jamie Wilson is in 4th place with his teammate Simon Trendle in 5th place. Not that far behind. We're still fairly. Well, we're getting on for mid-season now. In this 10-week championship. Races are every 2 to 3 weeks, but you can see how tight it is at the moment. It's certainly showing that it's going to be a very competitive season. Team standings wise, NQR Europe are on 1,365 points for Team Chimera. Not exactly hot on their heels, but I'm sure that'll change. On 1,144, with NQR North America in 3rd, and then BSTV Esports in 4th. So BSTV is showing well. Driver of the meeting, that's season 14, so we'll talk about that later. I've not fixed that since. Logan Jackson's Safe Driver Award. Logan is knocking about somewhere, playing Lego cars apparently with Ella. eventually, I'm sure his feet will reach the pedals of his dad's rig, so he'll end up racing. So at the minute, Ivan, where's Ivan? I thought I'd seen him in the standings. Maybe not. Maybe I didn't. No, I didn't. So he's not here this evening. There's a lot of holidays knocking about at the moment. Let's put a car that's on track on screen, and then I'm ready for later. Tyler in second. We always see Tyler at the top of this championship. Not just fast, but always very, very careful, very, very safe. The sign of a very, very successful and competent driver. And then Stephen Kiefer, chasing him for that championship. Stephen not here today. I don't think. No, he's not. And then Rob Venn in the top 5. He's also not here. And Alexander Draby also absent from this evening. But we have got quite a few drivers on track for your viewing pleasure. And then the Fred Bingham Forever Forward Award is Ant Woodward. He is top of the pile. Do not adjust your set. It's a fact. Simon Trundle in second and Vincent Skilbeck in third with Bob Woodhouse in fourth. And then Alex Sevillano Lado in joint fifth place with Jamie Wilson. So let's just go back to that Driver of the Meeting award that I will try and fix for next time. Driver of the Meeting award is Ant Woodward, so he's mopping up at the moment. Jamie Wilson in the second place, who has helped me out no end on the audio side in the last 48 hours, including today when I forgot how to work my own PC. And Roman Ratto, good evening to you on the chat. Hopefully you'll join us at some point. Times are close, says Tony. Nikolai Bogatyrev on the chat as well, and Adam Wright. He'll be wearing long trousers somewhere, no doubt. So, lots going on. Let's go and put some cars on your screen. If I can find the thing. There it is. Excellent. Here we go. So Simon Trundle on track. He is your current reigning champion. If you see a car like his with a yellow banner in the window, it means they are an X-Series champion of V8ESC and Simability V8ESC. Again, proud that Simability are sponsoring this championship again this season. If you see cars with a black banner in the window, it means they have not been a champion of this series. Or not yet, in the case of Jamie Wilson. You can see Tyler in the background there. This is such a fantastic track. Some of the best footage from last season's race was selected out for the video for this season's promo because it was such a high octane, dynamic lap to go on. We should have enough time, maybe, if somebody like Bram is going to go for another lap to go on board, but it looks like he's coasting it. This is a series of bends which did feature on that promo video, and they are just so rapid when these cars are at full chat. So he's going to box. No, he's not going to box the car. So you can see how close they get to that pit lane entry in order to optimise the run to the straight and get a lap time in. Straight down here, use as much of the track, if not more, than Bram is doing at the minute. And then this is a 90-degree left-hander here. Let me put a track map up so you can see what I'm talking about. And then we head down to this chicane. This is where a lot of carnage happened last time. Big crashes. He's out on the grass and he's a bit sideways, but turning left there to steady the car up. Back on the gas, you got to massage that pedal. Don't stamp it. And he's already bailed on that lap. So what we'll do is we'll wait until we get into full flight qualifying, or we can just join Stacey, who's just passed him. As we go down the back straight here, very long back straight, good drafting opportunity into this S's section that just seems to keep going. So you can be very generous with the curbs here, but don't get too greedy because it'll punt you. Then 90 degrees takes you onto this little straight here. Squirt down through these turns, which I'll get a track map up and tell you if they've got names later, because they usually do in Australia. And then you're back to where you were at the beginning of where Bram was. So quite a dynamic, fast track, and one that we can't afford to miss really on this. So let's see what we've got coming up. Ant Woodward is now on the chat as well. Opportunity to get some ex-drivers in the booth here. Oh right, okay. That was a nice sunset that we saw out of the screen, the windscreen there, wasn't it? Some ex-drivers, yeah. Do we want them? I don't know. Mary was driving Chris's car most of the time. Let me see if I can, just for a moment, go back to my sound options, mute iRacing for me, go back to the thing, and yes, you've not got much sound, have you? So I will change that right now. Back to here. I have no idea where OBS has gone on my screen now. There it is. Right, okay, let's give you a bit more of the race audio. Right. Again, right, so we've got a 90-minute race. Everybody's on 60% fuel. We're about to go into qualifying, where Tyler Newitt is hoping to emulate what he had before in the practice session. Let's see if he can do that. 15 minutes they get for this. They've already had 75 minutes worth of practice, so they should all be doing great things here. And as Chris Jackson has pointed out, great to see Greg Carr racing. Greg Carr is in the field, and we'll make our way through as these guys come pouring out of the pit lane, and see what we can do in terms of getting you some good, exciting footage this evening. So this is Stacey Boyd. Has done some really good performances in recent months. Everybody comes piling out of the pits here, trying to get on a lap. There'll be nobody on your track map for now, purely for the fact that it doesn't register anyone until they've done a full lap. So this is a wonderful paint job from David Burns here. I like that very much. We did mention it last time. Vincent Skilbeck in that wheelie bin, another lovely livery. Tyler, why is Tyler in the wrong paint? I did download the paint pack and it's not worked. So, give me a moment, folks. Give me a moment. Oops. That's not what I wanted to do. I don't want to go shopping. There we go. Right. We're going to do all of the paint pack again. You can watch Tyler in his incorrect paint just for a bit longer. I don't even know why it's that paint, because that paint wasn't even one of the ones that it should have been anyway. So we're going to delete those, and we're going to do a bit of this, and we're going to do a bit of this, do a bit of that, and then we're going to do a bit of this. And hopefully that will have worked. So we're just going to put this on your screen for a moment. Whilst the paints get refreshed and updated, that didn't even work then, which is very, very strange. So I don't know what's going on here. Try again, Pete. So, just to answer Adam's query, yes I did, and I've just done it about 3 more times and I still can't get it to take properly, so I'm hoping that once we go to the next session, that will update. So we've still got Tyler in the old paint, which is annoying. All the other ones seem to be back to normal though, which is very strange. I've checked everything for Tyler's and it all looks right. One thing I haven't checked is that the website has updated. It was updated yesterday when I sent the little snippet. I do like everybody's paints to show properly, so this one's a bit bemusing. No, definitely doesn't look like that. Okay, right, let's see if it trips over in the next one. Otherwise, at the minute, we don't have that available to us. Right, where we are. So Alex Sevillano Lado is currently your fastest time. Don't know where that came from, but I'm sure he's very happy about it. I think this happened once before actually, and they are at the minute only halfway through. A lap takes 1 minute 6 seconds, 1 minute 7 seconds at the moment. So they are still finding their feet really. What am I doing? Oh yeah. There we go. Let's get ourselves a track map up. But, well, 13 turns on the track, doesn't seem to be any named corners necessarily. Oh yeah, there is. So we've got a few there, which I'll get through if I can figure out which way up the map is. I'm pretty sure I'll work that out in a minute. So, down at this back straight here and into this section for the current leader of qualifying, Alex Sevillano Lado. That looks like Jamie in behind, is it? No, Jamie's ahead, sorry. That must have been Simon behind. Jamie's got yellow wing mirrors. Simon's got the green ones. It just flashed up as green for a minute for me. Right, where's the broadcast? So what is everybody chatting about? That's just Adam asking me if I updated the paint. Racing game stuff. I'm a bit delayed. Just got here. Oh, a bit delayed. Food just got here. Okay, fair enough. We'll figure out who that is later because I've forgotten. I'm pretty sure I should know. Bob Woodhouse, currently second in the championship, I think, and currently 6th overall at the moment. But you can see from the times, there's nothing in them. Let's see if I can bring up the time difference. Where is that? If I pop the interval in there, then you can see how close it is right here. So 0.18 from now. Simon Trendle being the fastest. He's just taking himself to pit road over Alex Lado, who's on your screen. Tyler Newitt is now in his paint. What the hell? Okay, and breathe. Okay, so we got the right paint on for Tyler. Hopefully everybody else's is correct as well. So Vincent Skilbeck is now in the correct paint as well. Even though that was a bit delayed a minute ago. Let's get a bit more of a look at some of these paints because they are excellent. People spend so much time on them. Is one of these cameras going to be a bit more zoomed in? Yes, that's not the line to take through there, Vincent. But look at this for a new wheelie bins paint. My God, that is good, isn't it? Oh, thanks for stopping. That's great. Love it. Oh, I should have stopped for longer. It's wobbly. Racing game stuff is wobbly. Oh yeah, it is. There's this picture. Look. Why would you call yourself that? Why? Why wobbly? Right, okay. Or should I say national champion wobbly? Right, here we have Tony Kloosterman looking to improve on his time. He was alright in practice. Let's see if he can get a decent lap out of that car, that Mustang GT here. Greg Carr on track, as we noted. Good to see him racing. Glenn Sidman, he is Simability. And he is out here in the Simability livery, ready to do battle. Simability do great things for people who are less fortunate than some of the rest of us, and require modifications making to their sim gear in order to race. Right, what else am I getting? Right. So there's lots going on, folks. Lots going on. Finally got the sound all sorted with Jamie. Finally got the paints all sorted with me. David Burns, that's a nice paint job as well. He's a privateer this season, but he's got Sam's emblems on it. He's got Backfire's emblems on it. We love that. And then Alex Lado in that very, well, iconic now, really. Hydra Race Racing Forces livery. It's a good job that they can't hear that. So, welcome to the booth. Now they can hear you. Wobbly.
Okay. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Yeah, just make sure your volume is good enough for everybody to hear. I think that's about right. So we were just saying that.
My volume should be all the way on the like on the high top at the end.
Yeah, no, that's not happening. Oh, Alex Lado got a lot of curve there. So we've just been noting that you are now, national champion, wobbly kneecaps.
Yes,
Yeah,
I am.
Yeah. What was that? Run, bike, run, or just bike, run? I can't remember.
Run, bike, run. So I run, then my teammate bikes, and then I run. And yes, I mean, I did a good job. I was fine. I was like coming in 10th. But then he decided to light up the streets and do a blistering time. So he came back first when I came in back in 10th. And we had about an adventure about 2.5 minutes. So basically, I just went into hibernation mode.
Right, okay.
Trying not to burn myself up.
Yeah.
I was looking back a little bit, like if I needed to accelerate, I would. And now I'm national champion with my teammate. Woo!
Yeah, congratulations to you. Hopefully you can pass on some of that winning form to someone in this field. Some of them are struggling with certain curbs, and they need a bit of your help, I think. Tyler's in.
Oh yes,
Tyler's
but
in.
I would like to see the broadcast you are.
Oh
doing.
well, that's another Pete's faux pas, isn't it? Right. So this has been improved now, by the way, by Jamie Wilson.
It's impossible.
No, it really has. So you should also get sound and everything. It's a remarkable step forward in the technology of BSTV, but it's all brought to you by way of.
I even have sound. Yeah,
it's wicked. I can't hear certain things that you can now, but that doesn't seem to have affected me too much tonight. Right, so we are just a few seconds now away from the end of this practice session, and it's Simon Trendle that's currently holding the top spot. Current reigning champion, Simon Trendle, that is.
I'm missing some names. Is that correct? I mean, I'm seeing Simon on top, but I'm missing a couple of quick drivers. Are they not driving this season?
Depends which drivers you're referring to, really. If you're meaning the Johnny of Brandon and co, then XVR aren't racing this series this time. Okay. There are some other racers that used to race with us that aren't here as well. But it's summer, so you get a lot of people on holiday, and well, it's summer in the northern hemisphere, obviously.
I would never go on holiday during the season.
You're always on holiday. You've just come back from Italy. You're so full of it, you know. Oh dear. So yeah, we've already spoken about the championship, but it's worth discussing it with you very quickly while this runs out this session. So Ant Woodward is on the top.
Oh really? Then he's been doing a really good job. I mean, not to say, to be honest, and Woodward is always quick, and he's always steady, and he's always there and thereabouts. Not the quickest, like he's not winning the races, but he's definitely always getting the top 5 and top 6 spots.
Yeah, he's reliable, isn't he? Now.
Yeah.
There was a couple of seasons that he properly spat his dummy out, and the toys went everywhere. And he quit about.
He killed me in Sebring once.
He did, yeah. And he's quit about 3 times in one season before, but he's holding it together really nicely this season. And then obviously Vincent Skilbeck being in the top echelons.
Why?
Sorry, go on.
Quick question: Why is his name doesn't have any capitals?
Because that's how he types it in on the website. I could correct that. This is exactly as they type it in on the website.
No, just leave it like that.
Okay, that's fine. That's what I was going to do anyway. And then we're looking at Team Championships of NQI Europe, 200 points, and a little bit ahead of Team Chimera. That's not a done deal because we are only in week 4. We're not even halfway through the season yet, so there's plenty to race for. Bit surprised that NQI North America are further down than I expected them to be. And then basically everybody else that follows. But yes, no Stephen Phillips tonight. I think he's also on holiday somewhere. Back to the viewing. It was Simon Trendle that finished on top there. So now we are about to go racing. I am going to, as soon as somebody joins the grid, because I can't do it beforehand, extend gridding. So there's Bram. Let's get a camera on Bram. There he is. All right, we'll extend gridding. And send them on to 2 minutes so that I can get through the grid. So tonight, folks, your leader for this your startman, for this endurance race will be Simon Trendle. Gets himself the best opportunity ever for Team Chimera right out there at the front. On the front row with him, Alex Sevillano-Lado. Good effort for Hydro Race Racing Forces. Bram is in third there for Never Quit Racing as he's just vanished off my screen actually, which is a bit awkward. Maybe he's doing something else in the background. Tyler Newitt off fourth for BSTV Esports. Vincent Skillback off fifth for Wheelie Bins Mayhem Republic. Bob Woodhouse off sixth for Never Quit Racing Europe. David Burns off seven. Eighth will be Tony Klusterman for Never Quit North America. Ninth will be Stacey Boyd for Nova. Ant Woodward will go off 10th for Never Quit Racing Europe. Greg Carr off 11th for Never Quit Racing North America. Jamie Wilson off 12th even for Team Chimera. 13th will be Henrik Benz. 14th will be Jeff Saunders. 15th will be Glenn Sidman. And Rich Jemison will go off 16th. I don't think he qualified, I'm not sure. But he is here and on track and ready to race. So we will move to... what are we moving to? Put the track map on, put a battle box up ready for when that eventually kicks in.
I love it that you're just rattling and by yourself. I'm just sitting here.
I know, it's fine. It's fine. Any predictions, expectations from you in this race, Wobbly?
I'll be honest, I missed the first couple of races due to several, holidays, and that's why I asked about the quick driver. So I honestly don't really have a clue about the balance and how good everybody is. And I love that somebody's flashing.
It's
I think Alex Lado,
and he needs a punch in the face. Yeah, that is unacceptable behaviour.
But I saw in the BSTV chat that Adam was tipping off Tyler. Because he's pretty good in endurance, and I hate to admit it, but he's right, because he always has this knack for going in. Oh wait, the grads are turning on, and we're green, mate.
Yeah, we are gone. There's a bit of shuffling already. You can see it in the timing tower. It's hard to see on the track with the camera looking down there, but we needed to see everybody launch.
Alex had a really good time, and there goes Simon up to the left. Did he got hit? Maybe or not? I don't know. It almost looked like he just created the wheel spin by himself.
Yeah, there was something going on there. There's a few, actually, that have shuffled back. Simon being the most affected. But he's back on the back of the queue already. And somebody else has gone at the front. Henrik Ben's gone.
Oh, and he lost his bumper. Oh, that is how it looks, Pete. So that is how you lose a bumper like that.
Yeah, that was...
You've done that before.
No, I haven't. It didn't happen on my screen, therefore it didn't happen. Right, okay. Right. Back in the thick of it, so a bit of a drama-ridden start, which is exactly what happened the last time.
And it paid off for Tyler, because he got 2 freebies, and Simon, I already rewinded, he just spun up the rear all by himself, and I think he overheated them, because during the starting phase he also had some wheel spin, so he might have just cooked his tires a little bit, which caused him to spin out onto the left in the first corner.
Yeah, I mean, look at this. That's not your leader. That's your leader. He's got a massive gap already, 2.3 seconds after all that. Alex Lado leads from Tyler Newitt and then the rest of the field. Oh my God!
Oh my God! What's a rocket? Who was that?
Bram Dubois. What on earth was that? How did he not hit everything?
Yeah, well, because they changed the gravel. Now it's realistic.
Oh, that's true. He used to be faster than the track.
Yeah, almost.
Oh dear.
Oh my God! That
was ridiculous.
You have to rewind that from your camera.
Am we gonna go on board with him or just what?
No, oh, what happened? He just completely locked up.
Did he? So he's tucked in here.
Yeah, and then he gets side by side, tries to overtake him, just breaks it, locks up, and completely shoves up. Bye.
It looked ridiculous. It looked really bad from the angle we watched it from the first time.
It was great.
It was great. Oh,
I'm happy to see that the gravel did its work, and that it actually saved him. But there's some smoke there. That's Ooh, bumper cars with Vincent.
Yeah.
That's how he loves it.
So.
That is why now also
Damn
why.
it! Good grief!
Good avoidance action from by wait, was it Henry?
Henrik.
Henrik.
Yeah.
Thanks.
He was already obviously.
He went left, and then he just probably tucked into, turned in, and yeah, that was not Vincent.
Yeah, that's Vincent's problem, isn't it?
Now it's Vincent's problem.
Yeah, definitely. Right, okay, that's how that one happened. We're going to go back and watch Simon's one, as long as nobody else is crashing.
You know that Vincent was once my teammate for one endurance race, and he never had to drive the car because again, who killed it? Was it Miguel? No, it was somebody else.
Right, okay. He never drove the car.
No, who was driving? I can't remember. We were teaming up with Vincent and somebody else.
Right.
Because we had like 12 guys signing up for that endurance, and then we ended up with 4, and we mixed it all up.
Yeah.
And it ended up with Vincent being in it, and somebody crashed. I can't remember. It wasn't me, but somebody crashed.
Okay.
And then it was over.
So
and he never had to drive the car.
So Simon Trendle was dead last, right?
Simon had did so many overtakes while we were just looking at all the other drama going around.
It's unbelievable. Vincent Skilbeck's gone to pit road to repair the damage to his car. He does get a fast repair, so he's going to hope that nothing else happens in the rest of this race.
I was about to say that Simon thrives in these situations, though, because I've seen him being all the way at the back of grids and then just come forward and just sneaking his way forward. Well, almost like Mika Häkkinen. You never saw him during the race, and then suddenly he was second or first.
Yeah, absolutely.
Doing blistering pace, and now he's behind his teammate Jimmy Wilson, and I'm curious if there's going to be any multi-21s.
He's already ahead of Jamie. The multi-21 happened. So what happened? Simon Trendle.
Oh, you're right. Sorry.
At the beginning, so he goes 2 by 2 into the corner, and just loses it. You're right. The back end went on him. That was his own job. Yeah. Right. Okay.
Yeah. If you look at it from the blimp or chopper cam or whatever, what the start to start, and then you can definitely tell that there was some wheel spin going on there because he had a really bad launch of the line.
Oh yeah, he just back end just stepped out on him completely. You're right. He's probably cooked it off the line, hasn't he? Yeah. Let's have another look. Yeah, he bogged in and then got swamped by 2 cars. Yep. So good call.
And I think that Tyler was backed out of that situation, which was a smart move. And who's that?
Ben Sidman. What is going on in this race? This is far crashier than.
But it's not. Let's be honest. It's not crashy against others. Besides the Vincent and Ben situation, it's just people losing it by themselves.
Yeah, that one really was by himself. So he's snapped at the front end there, hasn't he? He's got too much brake bias for the temperature of the tyres at this point in the race. Bram de Bois, well down on where he started, obviously, because of what was happening at the start. Behind Jamie here. And Simon Trendle has now already got past Tony Kloosterman, or Tony Kloosterman has dropped back, not sure. Only one visitor to pit road so far, and it's Vincent. I think Vincent's got it in him to be able to do a strategy here. And possibly get back on track with the race.
Yeah, it's still full tank, right? So
60%, 60%.
Then it's got to be 2 stops.
2 stops,
definitely.
Yeah.
And now Vincent is a little bit off sync, and now it all depends of is he going to save, or is he just going to take the pain and just drive a good pace? Because like he's 13 seconds of Sidman, which is not that massive. If you look at it, like the pit stop, pit lane. That's what I was looking for. The pit lane is quite short, so you go in, you lose about 25 seconds, and you go out again in total. So it's not that bad to have this pit stop. And if you look at it in the grand total, he's about, let's say, 30 seconds behind.
Yeah.
That is doable. That is still being in a mix for a good finishing position.
It is, yeah. And he's going to catch up quite quickly to the rest of the field. He's 13 seconds off Glenn, who's 9 seconds off Henrik. And they've got about another 10 seconds beyond that till they get to the back of the big queue. So it's not beyond him. This is Stacey Boyd leading from Simon Trendle, but not for long by the look of it. Look how quick he gets past people.
He's just so good under braking, and he always was. He was always good under braking in the GT4s. He's good under braking in the TCR, where I've been seeing him drive like he's never left the car. Like he stopped driving TCR for a while, got
Yeah.
back in the championship this season, or at least did a couple of races.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
again, it was the time when I remember being super good under braking and not making that many mistakes. So this was a rare one.
Yeah, and he's already gapping Stacey, and Tony Klusterman, who we're focusing on, is catching Stacey. So I think that's the next big battle. These two are still together. I love this SS section through Sandown. It's so good.
It's you hit the curb, you want to hit it, and then you want to sort of grind it, and you start braking while you're still on the curb, grinding that curb. It's an amazing section, and I think it's one of the better sections on the track. In my fair opinion, I don't really enjoy the track, but that's more that, and I do get why people like it, but it's just not. I'm just never touching, at least especially the last sector. It's just a pain for me, like the last two corners. But
sorry, go on.
while we're talking about this, we see Bob Woodhouse and Tyler. Tyler was 1.1 seconds behind, now it's 1.7, but it was 1.1 behind Alex later. So it looks like he's now in the ballpark of maybe trying to feel safe, tuck a little bit, and you see Bob Woodhouse also following Tyler. So I think that we got a brewing battle on our hands for the first position.
Yeah, I think so. I think that Tyler and Bob probably have a bit of speed over Alex in lap time as we go through this wonderful SS section again, and he's doing exactly what you said, which is attack the curbs, but just get off them quick.
Yeah, and this is what I was talking about. This section is super awkward. So you go in, you start braking at about the 100 sign, and then you turn a little bit to the right, but you need to stick to the right, but you don't want to brake too early because then you lose all the momentum. And that's a way. Ooh, nice catch by Bram.
Yeah.
That is cooking your tires. That is really a lovely example.
Yeah.
But then you have to cut back left again, and you want to keep the momentum going, but it's super hard because you have quite a severe braking zone before that, and it's struggling. It's almost like drifting the car through that section. But again, you don't want to do that because it's all about preserving the tires.
And here we are with this Bram. And
It's sideways again. Look at that.
That was brutal, that one. Yeah.
If he keeps doing it, he's gonna light up his tires.
Yeah. So we got inset camera here from Jamie Wilson's perspective, VR headset.
Jamie is a tough customer to crack. He does make some mistakes, but in general, he's just always putting his car in positions where you're not able to pass him.
Yeah.
And especially when you have the overspeed, like half a second, which is enough to pass him. But the way Jamie defends is fair, hard, but super annoying.
So,
again, he's just drifting it in.
I know. Bram's got either no rear wing on it, or he's heated up his tyres so much that he's just got no grip. But you can see from the behaviour of Jamie, he's not bothered. He's not. His car is under control, and he's not phased by the fact that Bram is there, and clearly very, very close to him.
At a certain point, you know when a chasing car how close it needs to be before being able to attack.
Yeah.
And looking at this, you see
that
that
attack range now, though. Surely. Oh no, Jamie pulls away out of the corners.
Yeah, his exits are really good, and I think that he's relying on that at the moment because you see Bram just drifting it out a little bit the whole time.
Yeah.
And Jamie just knows. He's looking at the timer. He's looking at the relative. Okay, it's 0.3 seconds. I'm fine with that. And when it comes down to probably like 0.2 and a half or something, he's gonna be worried. And then he's gonna check how the exit is of Bram. And he sees he's pulling away, then he doesn't defend. And once he sees he's just pulling towards him, he's probably gonna take a more defensive approach.
Yeah, because he gets like 2 or 3 car lengths out of the corner on him, so there's no threat coming from him unless he can sort that out. Just a little bit further ahead, Tony's having a good long stare at Stacey Boyd, but he's in the same situation. He can't quite get onto the bumper to do anything with him.
Now, but it also might be a tactical call from both of them.
Saving
Bram,
fuel.
as Tony. I mean, are they really that much faster to get to the guys in front of them? Or are they choosing?
Yeah.
Or are they choosing just to sit tight, don't burn up the tires, and try to save as much fuel as they possibly can?
Well, someone who's definitely not saving any fuel whatsoever is Simon Trendle, because he's absolutely on it like a car bonnet, pardon the pun. Gonna have to switch back to this little battle here.
And I'm keeping an eye out on the time machine, and I see that Tyler is slightly pulling away from Bob Woodhouse, but again, he's also just maintaining the same gap behind Alex Slater. And there's a small look by Bram, just trying to show his nose.
Yeah, maybe frustration. I don't know. Oh, another twitch at the back end as well.
My gut feeling says that Jamie is better on the tires at the moment. And now he's close. Is Jamie gonna defend, or is he? You see that it's almost like Jamie's car or Jamie's setup has more top end.
Yeah, he's giving him room.
White line, it's gonna be fine. White line, it's gonna. Oh, that's lovely. White line, it's gonna be fine. Oh.
Nice defending. Ooh, what?
Something is going on.
Where?
Oh no, that's Simon. Sorry.
Yeah. Simon Trendle has caught up with Ant Woodward.
Oh, Simon, it's yeah. I think it's the setup. I'm looking at the fight between Simon and Woodward.
Yeah.
And I can definitely tell that the last, let's say, 300-400 meters of the straight, you see them really creeping up on each other. So I think that whatever setup Simon and Jimmy are using has more top speed.
Right. Okay.
So if we're looking at the battle right now, and we can see, is he creeping up on him? I'm looking at the other cam. You see, he's creeping up towards him. He's using the toe, and now he's putting aside. Now he passed him. It's just Ant letting him go, and maybe just being safe for his championship.
Yeah, or Ant's not interested in fighting for the fuel.
Or you go, my gentleman. You're a fine guy. I'm just gonna sit here and save more fuel.
Yeah, could be that too. Let's see what's happening back in this battle. It's still going on, as we were. He gets right
now he's just
him.
But it's the exit. You see that?
Yeah.
It's the exit where Jamie gains it. But Bram is a lot closer than he was earlier. And is he creeping up on him? Not really. See, he's struggling trying to get the top speed there.
And he's not getting out of the gas early for fuel saving. He's actually trying to get on him.
Yeah, but you're still saving fuel while you're in the tow like that.
Yeah. Oh.
It's gotta be super. It is super frustrating to be behind someone. Which, if Bram is in clear air, he probably would have been like 3 or 4 tenths quicker per lap.
Yeah.
But he isn't, and it's just because of the high top end they have.
So again, he's got 3 or 4 car lengths into the corner. Bram's heavier on the brakes or stronger on the brakes, but that's probably. Ooh.
That is an off track, and now this is having a look. This is having a look and a whiff spot, and it almost ended up in tears. Cut his nose off, and then braking later. Now having to compromise his exit, and now Bram might have a chance because Jamie has been super quick out of the corner, but now he had to compromise that exit. Is he able to get past him?
Don't think so. He's just not got the top end, and the next corner's so fast.
No,
it's not. Is it?
Oh, that is a lovely one. That is a smart look. Now going side by side and again trying to shove Jamie out, and that is one of a million. And now it's Jamie. Oh, now I would say
Bram should have turned in. As in, Bram should have done the corner.
We all always go quick to say like I mean, the thing is we're always quick to say it's a racing incident.
Yeah.
And yes, it is a racing incident, but I would say if I would point a finger, I would say that Bram was in the fault.
Yeah,
Jamie had to turn in. Jamie had to turn in at a certain point.
Yeah, agree.
It is rough racing, but I would say
he's letting go. He's letting go.
That is real sportsmanship from Bram right there. I like that. I'm just gonna applaud that. So I hope you can hear that.
No, I can't hear you clapping.
No, that's no.
Here he goes. He waits on the straight and lets Jamie go.
All about the way the community works and how this league is run by the drivers as well.
Yeah, absolute respect for that move from Bram. He knew he'd done it wrong. Right, further forward, Simon Trendle has caught yet another car. Don't forget, Simon Trendle ended up last of everybody due to his own error.
I like his paint.
What, David? Yeah, it's nice. Really standout paint, that one.
I think, looking at the lap times, Simon at the moment is lighting up the timing sheet.
Yes, he is.
He's getting purple sector after purple sector, or not purple, but at least quickest of all.
Yeah.
But now the big question is, how much did it cost him, and how much fuel did it cost him to have this forward momentum?
Because now he's out in free air again. He's got, what's that, 3.5 seconds nearly to Bob Woodhouse. And then Tyler, who seems to be holding station, but he has closed that lead gap because Alex Lado is only here less than a second ahead of him now.
Yeah, and I think that the way Tyler is driving, he has been lingering around Alex Lado, and he's probably being super cautious on the fuel, cautious on the braking, just trying to preserve his tires, trying to keep the tires alive in the right window, but also just waiting like Jaws. You know, you feel like he's just he's just there, and this is the feeling that you can't drive away, and you feel like this, and you look in your mirror, and you're like, I'm saving fuel. I am not. I assume that Alex is saving fuel, and then it's just like you want to drive a pace, and then you see a car, and you're like, how is he following me? Because I'm doing good laps. Yeah. I'm doing everything I can, and you just feel like in the mirror, you're looking at like in the straight, you're like dum dum, dum dum. It's just waiting for the big bite, you know.
Yeah. Right. This is back to where it was. This one. I don't know how you separate these. Let's get that inset cam. We can see what behaviour Jamie's showing as he gets helped around that corner nearly. That was intimate.
Just to go to the chat real quick. I see Chris Jackson mentioning that it's 27 laps, 27 liters. So I can't, 27 multiplied by 3 laps.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. So that might be 8 laps, and one is in laps is 28. Okay. And he's agreeing because it's a fun track, not ideal for racing, but decent for enduro. And I think I agree with that.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
Sorry, go on.
No, go ahead.
I've raced it twice, and I actually quite like it. It takes no time at all to learn it, but some of the corners are brutal on your front tyres because they're 90-degree corners. There's lots of fast corners that scrub the fronts. I think for an endurance race it's brilliant because you've really got to manage not just your fuel but your tyres as well. So I've liked it. I get the point about it is tough to overtake, but somebody needs to tell that to Simon Trendle.
It's tough to overtake you.
Because he's just ignoring that rule as he's pulled away now from David Burns just in the background with that wonderful paint, and he's taking 2 tenths out of Bob Woodhouse, who's rapid anyway, you know, and even he isn't managing to get onto terms with Tyler yet as we're on lap 19, 20 minutes into this 1.5 hour race.
It does look like Simon is now slowly not being able to close the gap like he did.
Yeah.
So I assume that he took the best out of his tires, but it can also be he's just now starting to fuel save. Like it's now 3.3 seconds, and it was 3.6 like 3 laps ago.
Yeah, it might be also that he's got to a point that he's happy with for this stint. And he's going to go again properly next time. Why has Bram Dubois fallen so far off the back of Jamie?
It's. I think that I don't like to agree with Adam Wright because he's always wrong.
Yes. Hey, like what you did there. That was good.
Yeah, thank you. But I think that the way he was driving was a bit erratic. Well, not erratic, but like the way he was driving, he was just heating up his rears quite severely. And he needed to be more gentle. I think I compared it once to like being gentle with a girl. Like you have to be the car. This car is. It's true, mate. Like this car is like you have to treat it like it's a girl. You have to be gentle, and not like an object. You know.
For anybody that knows it, welcome to the booth, Swiss Tony, everybody. So there's lots of British people that are going to laugh their heads off at that if they know. If you know, you know. Everybody else will be clueless. But it was a character on, I think it was the Fast Show, and everything had a double entendre with it. So he was a used car salesman as well, I think. So he was like, washing a car is like making love to a beautiful woman. It was just random things that he used to say like that. So yeah.
So you're saying the things I'm saying are random because they're all
Absolutely.
well thought.
No, very random. Someone who we've not really had, or pair of drivers we've not really seen much of until this point, is Jeff Saunders here. He's in the lead of these two cars, and Rich Jamieson. I think he said his name was Jamieson, so we were going to call him the opposite just because we do.
You know, sorry I'm for interrupting, but did you realize we have one retirement?
Yes, sorry, I was going to mention that before, but then other people were crashing. Henrik has gone after, well, I don't know, 9 laps or no, a while ago actually. No, I think he went off track about 5 different times, and I think he had trouble passing anything at that point. So I think he's parked it. Greg Carr doesn't seem to be put off by the fact that he's got no front end on that thing at all, wobbly. Does it affect your downforce at all, having no splitter?
Well, this is Vince. Is it Greg Carr? It's Greg Carr.
Greg Carr, yeah.
Yeah, so I would say if it was Vincent, it would have been fine.
Yeah, because he's used to it.
He's used to it.
Oh, that was an overtake just in front. That was Rich getting past Jeff.
He didn't fight it too much.
No, he didn't.
It's quiet over here.
It is, isn't it?
It's lovely. Just the sound of roaring engines.
I know. It is mesmerising. I do like watching and just hearing these cars because they sound fantastic. And all the high-pitched whining of the Formula cars.
I think that the way Greg Carr is handling the car, just trying to stay in the grasp of Saunders and Jameson, I think that is the only way to approach this.
Yeah.
The V8 is one of the rare cars where, yes, you miss a front bumper, yes, you miss a your rear spoiler, rear wing. Yes, it affects it, but it's one of the type of cars where it affects it the least. Like if you have no rear wing or no bumper on a TCR or no splitter, or the splitter is broken,
Yeah.
you're just completely screwed over. And the V8 is more of a muscle car, you know?
Yeah, yeah. And the thing is, it's not just a point and squirt muscle car. This one you've got to finesse the car, haven't you, through all the turns. Interesting.
Are you making? Did you just try to make a comparison to girls again?
I may have done.
Okay,
Do you think
Chris,
I did?
well, Chris, we're not going to repeat the last bit. I mean, that comment is just for you.
Yeah, we're not repeating that on a broadcast. Even Wobbly won't do that. It's interesting that it's interesting that Bram keeps stepping out of the toe. I don't know. We've heard drivers mention aero washing this car a few times, and then when you get in behind the car, the front end just lifts up, and you've got no front end grip. I don't know about how effective the cars will be on this track.
Yeah, I don't know. Just to react at Tony, I mean, but not all girls are smooth as well, so you don't know.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Okay. Are we talking about cars anymore? I don't know.
I just love it when it spins. Just tweak the buttons.
So, over the curbs we go again. I'll try and drag this back to car racing at some point. At least it's not spider sex. That was
no, but I wasn't there for that.
No, I know. It was a long and drawn-out conversation in a 24-hour endurance race that we broadcast, or a 12.
Wasn't the one on Hockenheim where I drove as well?
Yeah.
I think it was. Yeah.
So Brammer's got a proper overtake here for Jamie, but he's not managed to do it again. That was the same move we saw previous. Jamie's got that covered off.
It's hard because, like, if you take the outside line on that first corner, you do have the momentum to get back in, and just trying to overtake on the inside. Oh, there's Jimmy's car stepping out as well. Anyway, trying to overtake on the inside there, you are sacrificing that exit. And it's all about just trying. The whole track's about keeping the momentum going, keeping the flow going, trying to not to be on the inside of the corners too much, but that is where you want to overtake, and that is one of the,
Ooh, Jamie's gone wide. Whoa.
No, that's side by side. Who does have now Bram is on the preferable line, and then you see. Now he's going to sacrifice this.
That was
And probably Jamie's sliding, but now it looks like Bram has got it done. But now it's all about how good is the exit. And it's Jamie able to get back on him on the inside and even try to pull it off. You see, he's almost pushing him. Side by side TCR racing right there.
Yeah.
And now it looks. Now we see if Bram is able to do the same move that Jamie's doing. You see that now he takes the momentum and now he cleared him. But now a little bit of wheel spin and Jamie says aside again. And it looks like the move is done, but I'm curious if that setup is quick enough on the straight for for Bram to hold this one off, because this is
he got wheel spin off that corner.
This is the important straight right there. And now we see nothing because Peter's a bad cameraman. Thank you. There is Jamie. Jamie trying to get on the inside probably. Going to the left. And you see the difference in speed all the way up. And now it's again Bram on the outside. This is lovely. And now, now Jamie's on a preferable line again, and now you see Bram as the inside line, and we keep going like this again.
That's crazy. I mean, they're going to be loving it.
Pulled it off.
Yeah. I think Bram's got it now, but it took
it's a little
maybe
bit
not.
wide.
Oh, he's gone to the pits.
Oh,
after all that, he went to the pits.
Okay, so Bram, this is my advice. Don't go to the pit after a fight like that. No, I get it. He probably he's been pushing, and Jamie maybe was able to save a little bit.
Possibly. It did look like they were fighting quite hard though. And this is Ant Woodwards, who's caught up with David Burns. Simon Trendle. Oh, right. So Bram is gonna. Bram's still stationary. This is a proper full pit stop though, and he's moving now. Oh, and that is Tyler.
And if Tyler's coming in, you know that the window is open.
Yeah, definitely. Followed by David Burns.
You must love that fact that when hitting the pit limiter, they start flashing their lights.
No, at least it's not.
You know that.
Go on.
You know that it's actually quicker not to stay in the pit limiter. It saves you about a second and a half in the pit, and on every pit basically.
To not stay on the pit limiter.
Yeah. So you hit the pit limiter, you go in, get the speed down, and then release the pit limiter. You can go like a kilometer or a kilometer and a half quicker.
What? That's crazy.
Yeah, and then you are stationary. You click the pit limiter again to avoid going over speed. Then when you're up to speed again in the pit limiter, you click it loose.
Right.
It's quite. You have to find the balance how to do it.
Right. So lots and lots of traffic into pit road as a front bumper is going to appear on a Commodore Holden in a second. Well, I thought I've already done it. So there it is. Right. Good. So most of the field in on this pit stop. They were saying that the window is so tight that you're not going to get too much deviation from drivers.
And now Tyler's flashing his lights. I love that. You go, Tyler.
No.
I know you're listening to the broadcast. You go.
Don't do it. I'll just put the camera on someone else instead.
Oh, this is Tyler.
Stop trying to get him to do it. Idiot. He's very, very greedy with that curve. That was looked really good.
Yeah, it looked really good. It almost looked like he was getting a still down there, but he probably didn't.
No.
He's all the way all over Jameson now, and trying to get through. And I think he just got bad luck with the traffic because I think so. Jameson's coming in.
He will do, yeah.
Yes.
That's got to be the end of the pit window.
It cost him at least a second. And now you see Alex Later coming out. How close is this going to be? Tyler's going to be all up to speed. Is he able to, with the warmer tires, trying to, braking super late. Amazing. And don't forget that Alex is still on the cold tires. Oh, but the cold tires, they heat up so quickly in these cars.
Really?
And you feel like that Tyler is sniffing it. He's just, this is the fact that he got behind Jameson just cost him the overtake on the first position.
Yeah, I bet it did as well, because there was nothing in that. Once,
he is creeping up on his rear though, because
look at this.
Now is he gonna defend? Is Alex Later gonna defend? Oh, it looks like he's just passing it over.
Yeah, he just handed it to him.
And now it's all about, is Alex Later just playing the strategy game? Is he playing the long game? Is he now thinking, okay, you pass me, you go ahead, you drive your pace. I'm gonna tuck in and use some of that pretty toe.
One-time leader Tony Kloosterman, because I think he led for 1 lap, and gets a point.
Did he get a
obviously.
point?
Yeah, he gets a point.
Yeah, okay.
All points are well received. He's going to leave the pit lane very shortly, I think, but not before. Oh, he's still stationary at the moment.
Alex Lado is not.
No, he's moving now.
He's
So,
not making any moves there.
No. And if you look in behind, Bob Woodhouse and Simon Trundle are going to join this party very soon.
What happened with Jamie and Bram de Bois? Because Jamie now is 4 seconds back on Bram. Did he have
no, he was in the pits. His pit lane time was 3 seconds longer. His stationary time, pit time, was 2 seconds longer, so there's 2 seconds of it.
Is it, and maybe Chris can confirm this, is it that there's one stop that is a little bit shorter?
Oh, hang on. Whoa. Oh, yeah, that's right. Cool. Sorry, alright. Ignore me, I'm stupid.
Yeah, that's my default state. But is it that there's one stop that is a little bit shorter than the others? That they can cut it up?
That's a good question.
That you might be able to do like 26 laps for the last run or something? This is how good we are informed.
Yeah.
Asking the viewers.
Not got a clue. Most of the time, me. Right at the tail end of this race, 3 cars all come together all of a sudden. So we're looking at Jeff Saunders.
Ooh,
that was
somebody's
Greg
coming
Carr.
to us.
Yeah.
And it looks like he has damage.
Damage
on the
again.
front.
What? Oh, hang on. What's this? So, no, he still looks like he's got damage even there.
Maybe it's the paint. Well,
Maybe
let me
it
find
is.
out. I'll find it. I'll check.
Oh, and then he just runs straight on that corner. There's no other incidents with Greg involved.
Oh, there's definitely.
Yeah,
damage there.
it's really like bent in on both sides.
I'm checking.
Cool.
Oh, that's weird. It looked like
Yeah.
It looks like it didn't completely fix the car.
Yeah.
It did. It did apply the front bumper,
Uh-huh.
and there's still damage on it.
I've never seen that before.
And he did went off earlier, so yeah,
That's
slightly off in that
strange.
corner, and then slightly off again in the next corner. So when we saw him in the grass the lap before, he did the same thing, but
Right.
less severe.
Okay.
I think it's just a visual bug, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because I think that they iRacing did apply a change where the cars get completely fixed, even in enduros, to stop people from baiting out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
So because we asked Chris a question, to ensure an undercut, knowing he can do 28 laps like Tony did. So Bram arrived into the pits not empty. Fair enough.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, we could have thought of that by
We
ourselves.
could have done, but we didn't.
Well, we didn't, because we're bad commentators.
I'm a bad cameraman because I've been on replay for ages. So, Vincent, in the pits, this is his second visit, but his first visit was only for 3 seconds. As he got his car repaired after his crash at the start. So, this is him slightly out of sequence. Don't know how this will pan out by the time we get to the end of the race.
He needs an extra stop, I think.
Oh, yeah, definitely. But what can he do in the next stint to limit the damage? Simon Trundle is showing exactly how you limit damage. He was dead last, and now he's in 4th place after carving his way through the field. He's now with the super fast guys at the front. The car control he's got is incredible, isn't it?
Yeah, it's lovely. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
That's okay. No more or less than I expect.
I'll be honest.
Wow.
I wasn't really checking.
That's just perfect for an overtake. That I mean, I think Bob was compliant. He certainly didn't fight him. Bob was a bit squirrely coming out of that corner. So some back markers ahead. That's Glenn Sidman just up the road from these guys. Doing a good job though. He's keeping it clean. And his car looks pretty dynamic underneath him. He's got good control of it. Just not quite got the rapidity of these guys.
Go spend time with your family, Chris. Love you reacting in the chat for the questions we had about the strategy. Thank you. No, I was just gloating about pictures I saw from the race today.
Right.
Alex later was still, yeah, you have it on screen right now. It's just still super close, and I think Tyler, knowing Tyler, he is now
sideways.
also saving. He's now also saving fuel and maybe even trying to. Well, now that I look at it, I mean Simon is close, right?
Yeah.
Is he? Does Tyler want Simon behind him? That is the big question, I think. Because there's an opportunity for him to let Alex pass him. But do you want Simon Trendle?
Yeah. Simon.
Do you want him in your rear? Do you want him in your rear mirror?
Not really, because it's going to be soul destroying watching the gap that you've got to him just vanish over the course of a couple of laps, which might happen anyway. Ooh, Glenn's off track. It's okay. He's staying out of the way.
Fair enough. No, well, he's staying out of the way. Maybe it's just him. You see some drivers do this.
Yeah.
We have in the TCRs, for example, we have what's his name again? Darren.
Yeah.
Darren? Is it Darren? I think
Which
it's
one?
Darren. Well, in the TCR. Well, anyway, he is also really safe and trying to keep out of the way of the top runners.
Mm-hmm.
And you see them just looking in the mirror and getting distracted.
Yeah.
And then they're suddenly being on the gravel. Not because they're not good drivers. No, because they're looking in the mirror like, I don't want to interfere with that battle.
Mm-hmm.
And just missing the momentum or missing the brake markers you set for yourself.
Yeah.
You saw that Tyler was definitely trying to get Alex to overtake him.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, look. Well, you don't have to replay it, but if you look at the straights, you see definitely could tell that Tyler is holding back there, and
Right.
Here you can tell that Alex is holding back. So it's just ball playing in the cars of Simon. And let's not rule out Bob Woodhouse, who is still lingering on a second behind Simon.
So I want to see if Tyler, with that holy mackerel written on the back of his car in remembrance of Bill Switzer, is going to lift halfway down this straight or not. Let's get on board with him and see. He's off early. So yes,
Yeah.
he is trying to fuel save. You're absolutely right. Now,
And
and
now
now they're all together. Here we go.
and now my big question is Simon, if he's able to pass Tyler and Alex, he's pushing. I think he's pushing.
Yeah, I think
Is he able to gap them as much as he wants to make it work?
to eliminate their shorter fuel stop because they've got fuel on board still. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Good evening to Chris Jackson, who's left us now. He's got other things to be doing.
I already mentioned that, but it's okay.
Did you really? I just don't listen to what you say. It's, you know, it's
No, I know. It's your
my default
mode as
position.
well.
So off we go again. This is getting tasty now because Bob, if these guys start scrapping, then Bob's in it as well, right? So it's a four-way fight for first place. You don't get much more exciting than that.
4 ways are the best.
We're back here again. Oh no.
I don't know what you're talking about.
David Burns, right, is doing a great job. He's in 5th place. He's got Ant Woodward for company, but he's certainly keeping everything, you know, pointing in the right direction. No dramas. Be interesting to see where he does eventually finish. He's got Glenn Sidman ahead of him to lap shortly. We'll go back to the front here because they're all getting in each other's grills. Tyler Newitt leading the way.
You reckon that Simon is patient enough to stay behind him now?
Maybe. He's one of the... He does tactics extremely well, just like Jamie, just like Tyler. So, I honestly don't know what he's thinking. It'd be interesting to go on board with... Oh, no, he's having a look. Either that or it's a pantomime.
Yeah, but he might be able to. He might be just giving a look, like I'm there. If you mess up, I'm here to pick up the pieces.
Yeah, let's go on board with the right guy. Let's see what he does on the gas at the end of this straight.
A little bit of wheel spin.
Yeah. Evening to Valentine. Hey up, my ducks. Evening to you, sir. That's off the gas pretty early, isn't it? But he would have been because there was nothing else for him to do, really.
Oh, and you see the difference in braking.
Yeah.
I think that that's what I was mentioning earlier. It's just all about Simon braking super late. But that's also gaining him the advantage to save a lot.
But even though he brakes late, he doesn't lock up or anything, does he? It's all very nicely controlled.
No, exactly. It's not like Hulkenberg's lock-ups this weekend.
No.
He kept up messing it up.
That's miles from the corner that he's out of the gas. So he's not really attempting anything, even if he is showing his nose.
They're all in a fuel-saving train now, and you could argue that Tyler is getting the worst of it, but then again, Tyler is dictating the pace.
Yeah.
So he's also being able to lift off whatever he wants, and probably thinking like, if Alex overtakes me, it's fine. I'm just gonna do my thing. He's not making any defensive moves. It's now a consolidation of the race. It's just this is the phase where you don't want to mess up.
Yeah.
Where you keep on going. You do your own strategy. This looks like a defensive line, but I think he just got a bad run out of the corner before. Because he's not, like, this is the normal line, and he's not, like, he's all the way on the left. He's not doing anything to defend.
Yeah, he's not.
And the holy mackerel, let's just for the sake of it, let's give Bill a shout out for the fact that we still have him in our hearts.
Yeah, absolutely. Not to be forgotten, Bill Switzer.
Holy mackerel, I love that fact. I remember that when I was fighting, it was also V8, and I think I was fighting Chris.
Right.
And I rewatched the broadcast, and it was on Motorsport, and I remember that because I did this amazing dive, which didn't end well, but I did that, and I still can recall the fact that I was doing for the corner and looking at the broadcast. Bill was like, "Holy mackerel!" I was like, oh, "That's crazy." Quite funny to think about that. He's just had such a big impact on the liveries and on BSTV in general.
Yeah, I think he was the walking conscience for a lot of people in this league at one time.
Great. Yeah, it's been great having him around. Well, onwards.
Is that a slowdown for Bob? No, it might be, you know. Bob's going very, very slowly down that straight.
Yeah, but he's like the way they're driving.
Yeah, he's not going to lose out, is he? No.
Yeah, it's nothing to worry about. It's all about the fact that they're going so slow.
Yeah.
Well, let's rephrase this. They're not going slow because they're still gapping David Burns, for example. They're not going slow.
Oh yeah, put another second and a half since the last time I spoke about it. So yeah.
Yeah, it's about, let's say, like 6-7 laps ago. It's about a second and a half. So they're not going slow, but they're going. They're just doing the thing. And at a certain point, you get in an endurance race. You get into a certain groove.
Yeah.
And it all just flashes by. You're like in this tunnel, doing your thing, not being bothered by anything except for flies or cats pulling out cables, which I had before. I mean, it's you're just doing your thing. And later on, like the last stint you're approaching, the middle stint is always the boring one.
Yeah.
And then during the last stint, you start to get a little bit more tenacious. You start like thinking about your position, thinking about, oh, I might mess up. So this is the time where you see very little mistakes.
Ooh, that's
Except
a
for this
mistake.
one.
Yeah, that was from
Well,
Rich.
Very small, but it's
Yeah.
it's the time where you see the fewest mistakes. In the beginning, you see a couple because everybody wants to fight and everybody's thinking, oh, I want to pass this guy right in front of me. In the middle stint, everybody's like, okay, let's just work together, be in harmony, sing Kumbaya, my lord.
Yeah.
And then the last stint starts, and everything is all turned up to I can't curse. Oh, you did say I could curse, but I won't.
Okay.
And it's all going to hell. Like everybody's just suddenly thinking about their finishing position again.
That was good from Jeff Saunders. A nice way to get out of the way. Got onto a straight, pulled to the side, let everybody go. Got on with his race. There's a skill to letting people past you. I'm not going to let Wobbly contribute because he's usually the one overtaking. But yeah, I don't.
It's not Italian too. I mean, I've been in positions where I messed up, or either I was just still learning how racing in general works, or whatever it was. So it is. You have to have respect for the guys who are quicker, but you also have to really have respect for the people not fighting for the top position, but still trying to get the best out of that.
Right. So the next one in line is going to be Rich Jameson. In that blue and black car.
So Nikolai.
Oh, here goes Simon. Here goes Simon. Simon took the opportunity there. Caught Alex napping. Oh.
Well, did he?
I think he did.
Well, did he? Look at this. This is. Oh, look up. And that. Ooh. And now, I think they're slightly touched.
A little bit, but it's just racing. Rubbin's racing.
Now Tyler has a little gap, and now I'm curious to see, is he going to push now or not, or is he just keeping his head down on the same tactic he already planned?
Well, he's led nearly all these laps, hasn't he? So he's the one, like you said before, who's at the biggest disadvantage because he's not getting tow.
Yeah, but we said that before. That's what I meant. Like, it doesn't have to be a disadvantage because you're the one dictating the pace. Everybody behind you doesn't know when you're going to lift.
Yes, true.
And if you decide to do a super big lift somehow, they are still applying the throttle, and then suddenly think, oh, I'm not just reacting 20 minutes too late.
I think you're right. I think Alex got out the gas. But
I don't think he did it.
So no,
I don't think he did it on purpose.
No,
I think it's the setup difference. A little bit of a lock up. Yeah, a little bit of a side bump. I'm curious to see how this looked at iRacing. Because I think that was a net code. But
all right. Okay. You having a look at it?
Yeah. So to react on Nikolai Bukatyrov, I think you're right. Bram found another victim to terrorize. Stacey Boyd. That is the one.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh well. Okay. Let's see. So the thing is, Simon locked up.
Yeah.
Did keep it on the apex. Fair enough. And then.
Oh, Alex!
Oh,
What are you doing?
Oh, save it, brother! Oh, that is lovely.
Yeah.
Well, not lovely for him, but a lovely save.
Yeah.
That's what I'm.
His tyres are going to be molten now after that, and he needs to stay
calm. Stay calm. Get back into the groove. You know, my thing. You can definitely tell I don't have a clue about racing because they're suddenly all making mistakes.
I haven't even got a replay to show of that. It didn't actually register as anything at all.
Okay, so to get back to the thing with Simon. So Simon locked up. He did keep it on the apex, and then Alex turned in.
Yeah.
Because he had to turn in, but he took quite a severe angle on it. And it is a side bump, and I think it could have been better, but I also think that the way it looks, it almost looks like Alex is turning in too much. But I can't really tell on the normal speed if it.
Now I can't tell if Simon is about to not quite overtake Tyler.
It's a bit of both. I think it's just him seeing Simon on the inside, and this one we could play off as a racing incident. I'm pretty sure. And I think that Simon didn't even realize he touched him. I don't even think it was a zero. Okay, now we're in the situation. What is Simon gonna do? Because he has been saving fuel, but you see Tyler's now taking the defensive line.
Yeah. That's nice defense as well. Lovely. Made him shuffle back in.
I'm curious to see if Alex Lado now is able to get back to the rear of these guys.
Simon's definitely looking racier now.
Yeah, he definitely is. I think he did save fuel, but I don't think he saved as much as Tyler did.
Okay.
Because when the stint started, he was about 2.5 seconds behind the group. So he had, let's say, 5 laps where he did put his right foot down.
Yeah. That's Bram going around the outside.
But that's a bit wide. And now the cutback, maybe. Cutback. Oh, he has to go to break. That is really good. A way of parking the bus.
Yeah, that was a bus as well, wasn't it? There's no way around him.
And is Stacy... He is still fighting, though.
Yeah.
Going for the inside, but Bram knows this move because he saw Jamie Wilson do it like 10 times on him, and now he knows.
Yeah.
He knows the outside line is the line to take.
Yeah. Soon sorted that one.
The way these curbs are, you see that they just smash the car out to the outside. I think Bob is the moral winner of this one because he's just sitting there and not doing anything. Seems like Simon is definitely, and Tyler's trying to break the toe. Bob is there like, oh well, you go break the toe, I'll just gotta sit here and save some more of that gorgeous fuel. Oh, Tyler made a mistake.
Yes, he did.
He had a drift,
did.
and that is the moment Simon was waiting for. I think we're now gonna see Simon trying to put the hammer down.
Right, and get that gap to eliminate the benefit of the fuel from other
He's been
people.
trying. Yes, he's been trying to get past Tyler way too hard to not put the foot down. The gap of Alex Lado it looks like it's slightly increasing. Oh, that looks sideways, but I think it's just the camera angle. I think I'm right. I corrected myself.
Right then. We've got more stuff going on towards the tail end of the field here with Jeff Saunders and Rich Jamieson yet again. Yes, yeah, Rich. Ooh, smoke. Why is there smoke? Is that because of that? Or was that a different car? No, he's nowhere near it. I wonder whose smoke that was.
I don't know. Maybe
Oh, it was Greg. It was Greg again.
That look. Wait, that is. Why is everybody all over the straight? That was weird.
It was weird. I'm pretty sure that was Greg Carr that had disappeared off stage left, but it can't have been because I haven't got an off track for him. Never mind. Oh, here we go. Simon. Is that a slowdown?
That looks like a stop.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, that's
doesn't
the way.
it?
Yeah. And you see,
I've got no off track.
This is Bob. Yeah, but you don't have to off track it. Just get a slowdown.
Really?
No, I mean
Silly.
that's how it works. No, it's not silly because you're already getting punished by the fact that you're getting a slowdown. I know you're not into football. I know you're not into football. But for example, if you tackle someone in the like in the penalty area, you get a penalty against you, but you're not getting a red card unless it's like a player that's already always going to score. But you're not getting a red card because you're already getting penalized. So the fact that you're getting penalized and get the slowdown, you get a double penalty for that.
Yeah, I get your point. Still think
And
the
it's
individual
not.
should be punished.
Although it's not. I can't recall the word, but it isn't the same on every track.
Right.
So that is weird. But sometimes you get the off track and then you cut half the track and they say, well, it's a slowdown as well.
Uh-huh.
But if it's like a slight slowdown, you don't get the off tracks.
Right, okay. And I think that Alex Lado is starting to catch these guys ever so slightly with all this going on.
Yeah, it's now 2.4 seconds. 2 or 3 laps ago, it was 4.1.
Yeah. But at the end of the shuffle, Tyler's back in the lead again. Bob's the big winner at the minute because he's moved forward a couple of positions in the last like 10 laps. Now in second place, up 4 places from his start position.
Yeah, he's doing a really fine job.
Just staying out of it, isn't he? Really, if you know what I mean.
He's not making mistakes.
Yeah.
That's what I meant about him being the moral winner. He's not making any mistakes at all. He's just sitting there and doing his thing.
Alex Lado's inside 2 seconds of the car in front, and that was Ant Woodward overtaking David Burns. We're going to have to watch that.
Again, any cars like on the left, it's a back mark. I can't remember who it is.
It's that was Jeff.
Good under braking. I think that David Burns didn't really fight it now.
No, he's let him go, hasn't he? Yeah.
There's ways to defend and make life harder, and there's ways to accept the fact that someone behind you is overtaking you, and that was one of those cases.
Yeah. So, someone having a rather quiet race is Tony Klusterman. I've hopefully not just cursed him, because that often happens when I mention him. He's in here in 7th place. He is up from his start position. And that is Rich Jameson staying well out of the way of all these guys piling through here. And he's with this group now. This is the most... this is the closest series of cars at the minute. Oh my God, Rich Jameson. Ooh, did you see that?
Yes.
That was Code Brown moment for a commentator.
Well, if that's Code Brown for a commentator, I don't want to know how the car looks.
Yeah. Onto the back straight here.
I think that Simon now settled in again, and Alex Lado is now within a second.
He
He was within a second, but it's now a second.
He's also just done the fastest lap. That's not the fastest lap of anyone, is it? 107.26.
I don't think so.
I think we must have had a... I think that... Oh no. Simon Trendle, 106.91 is the fastest lap.
And they're all together. And Simon is making a move, or at least showing his nose.
No,
to
he's
Alex.
going. He's going.
And is Alex defending this? Oh, he's gonna back out, I think.
It's Bob.
Sorry, Bob.
Oh, I thought he was going.
Side touch. Side touch. Yeah, sorry, it's Bob. Yeah.
So Tyler gets a bit of gap, but it's not.
You know
gonna
that
last
this is like the first broadcast I'm able to call him Bob instead of Bob Rob. Or Rob Bob. So kudos from me.
Yeah. Visitors to pit road again. Brown being one of them. He's done it again. He's overtaken someone and gone straight to pit road. What's that about? Makes all the effort and then bails out.
Yeah, that's just his move.
Yeah.
His go-to move.
It's what I do, man.
Leave me alone. That's how I am.
Oh, everybody in. Oh, Bob. Jeez. Did you see
Bob
that?
Rob.
He fully
Yeah, I
locked
saw
up.
that.
Yeah.
And now I'm curious to see who
Yeah, that's why I'm leaving the
who
camera
is
on
gonna
it.
come out. It's actually the first time you're on time. Like you.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, cheers.
Yeah, no worries.
Alex Lado has carried on.
So he's been saving fuel quite a bit then. Tony Klusterman also in the pit.
Yeah.
And Woodward, our championship leader, is also in the pit.
Everybody's here. Who's going to drop out first? Surely it's going to be someone like Simon. No, Bob. Oh, everybody at the same time. Simon's out before
Simon
Tyler.
did it.
Yeah.
And now he's going to put the hammer down.
Look at that Vincent Skill back in the background. He's going to stop again though. But he's getting involved in this. Technically he's on this lap. So he's not a lap down. He did a great job of fixing his car very quickly at the start, but he's going to have to pit the car again. And now Alex Lado is in the pits.
Now I'm curious to see that. Maybe you want to put the camera on Alex later. Just giving you a hint. Because you want to see where he comes out.
Yeah, definitely. There's no other... Well, Bob Woodhouse isn't right on the boot lid of Tyler, but Simon Trendle appears to have pulled away already.
What are you on about? It's Jamie Wilson.
What?
You saw.
No.
Oh, pulled out already. Oh, like that. Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah, sorry.
Right, he's moving. Where is Simon?
Now.
Oh, this is
Simon's
close.
already passed him.
Oh, he has, yeah.
And now it's Tyler. Yeah, Tyler has passed him as well. And Bob Woodhouse passed him. And that is...
Vincent.
Is that Vincent?
Yeah, Vincent. In the new livery. It's lovely.
Oh, yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
Oh,
nice.
that's way better than the old one.
I like the old one. Look at that.
Wow,
That's lush, isn't it?
Yeah, this is a good one. This is a real good one.
Right, so Alex is going to be furious because he's come out behind a car that he knows has still got to pit again. And Vincent is going to race him. That's why Vincent signed up for races.
No, I don't think it's
You know? You don't reckon he... Oh, I think he will.
No, he won't.
Simon has got 1.8 seconds on these guys already.
Yeah, he's
Look at that!
really... Yeah, he has been the quickest driver on track at the moment.
I mean,
The way he's been driving is just from another level. We say that we encounter aliens on track.
Yeah.
Definitely on this track, in this form he's showing today, even with the moment he had earlier. Yeah, I think we can only applaud the fact that such a quick driver is just driving the league.
Unfortunately, Vincent's just proven you right because he's just let Alex go. I hate it when that happens. Tony Klusterman was in the pits a minute ago, wasn't he? And he's back in again. Nah, yeah, this is his... He's back in
No, he
again.
hasn't. What? Oh, that's weird. Something happened.
I'm sure he was in earlier. He was. This is another pit stop. But there's nothing on the event tracker at all.
I'm rewinding it.
He just entered pit lane for no reason.
So he went into the pit, then went out.
Yeah.
He's now out again. Did he maybe have... Did he enter the pit lane too quickly?
No, because you get a drive-through, wouldn't you? Not a stop and hold. 40 seconds stop and hold? No. How long was he stationary for? Oh, it could be he was stationary for 44 seconds. I think you might be right. I think it might be a penalty. Let me have a look at his original one.
No, he entered the pit at 57.
Ah, right.
So that can't be it. In 60 kilometers.
Right. Dangerous pit entry over the line or dangerous pit exit over the line? Don't normally get that at Sandown.
Not an entry.
No. Forensic analysis is ongoing, folks. As Simon Trendle gets himself a 2.27 second lead, and it's increasing all the time.
No, I don't see it.
No?
I don't know.
Weird. Very weird. Maybe he had to stop for a technical issue and reset his gear or something, but you would...
He was just still driving.
Yeah. Alex Lado at the minute is the fastest car on these laps. Now that he's...
Simon.
Sorry, go on.
Yeah, so Simon is now on a 1.9 gap, which was 2.2 for a short bit.
Yes, it was, yeah.
Now it's all about... They all fueled enough. And I think that there needs to be a little bit of saving.
Right.
About like a lap-ish in total. Which probably is, I don't know the numbers, but I think that it's probably going to be like something like 2 liters or something, maybe 1.5. Probably 2. That is doable, like driving a good pace.
Right. Alan Toon says that Simon is in a different class at the moment. You're not wrong.
We discussed it, it's wrong.
Oh, Ah, right, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's Vincent's.
Yeah.
Photo.
Right, Alex has caught up, or he had done before he did that bit, with these two. Oh, sideways again. Vincent is... That's actually quite a quick stop from Vincent, but you'd expect it because he had a very, very early pit stop. Oh, he didn't take fuel though, so he's come out with Jamie Wilson here, and Jamie's just given him the shoulder. But Vincent's going to have, well, unless he does that, some absolutely amazing tyres underneath him now. Although he's only got tyres, his tyres are 5 laps newer than the car in front of him. This is the inset view, which is Jamie Wilson's headset view, because he drives with a VR headset, unlike some of the rest of us who drive with triples. Oh, and Jamie's gone wide, so that was made very easy there for Vincent.
Yeah, and that's so applaud Vincent because he had a big incident.
Oh,
that
crikey,
looks like a slowdown.
blimey.
That looks like a slowdown. Is it a slowdown?
I don't know. We'll find out. Oh, where's he
Oh,
gone?
we won't find out. Oh, he's back.
Will we find out?
I don't think it's just, I don't think it's a slowdown, but it definitely should be a slowdown.
Yeah.
That is just ignoring the fact that there's a corner there.
Yeah.
Do you see that Craig's car?
Still damaged.
No, it's only the left side, but now it's like almost good.
Really?
Right front is good.
That doesn't look right to me.
The left front looks better.
They look equally bad.
No,
Yeah,
that
they do.
like if you they don't. No, definitely not. Like the right front is like all the way in China, and the other one is just like like just lingering in Indonesia. Oh, Indonesia's further away, but it's just lingering in India. Depending on which part of India. This is a good example. Iran. Let's go Iran.
Let's go Iran. Yeah. Oh, Alex is caught with Bob now, and he's not going to wait this time because he's got to get onto onto Tyler. When you think about it, Simon Trendle has gone from from first to last to first in this race.
Yeah. I mean, he wasn't completely lost.
He was?
I think he got... No, are you sure?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Very last.
I want to settle this discussion, so...
Yeah, you go and find out. I'm pretty sure after that incident right at the start, he was absolutely last.
One. Does the pace car count as last?
That means, folks, that I was right. That's funny.
I wasn't wrong because if you
were.
go back, if I go back, I first hit the pace car, so I'll take that. I'll take that as a win.
It's ridiculous. So this battle at the tail end of the field here it's been going for quite a long time. So this is Rich Jamieson and Greg Carr, and that is Jeff Saunders just a little bit behind, trying to get on terms with him. Good solid driving from these guys. Only 1 lap down at the minute. So Alex has just passed Bob. Did we see that? I don't remember.
Yeah, looks like. No, we didn't see that.
We didn't see this. No, I was busy watching the other battle. Pops out from the toe, gets alongside. Bob makes that kind of easy for him. And he's through, so back to live running. Bob's going to try and stay with Alex and let him tow him forward, probably. Although Bob is fast in his own right, so I don't know whether it's a setup thing again. just in case anybody's watching and does see and they're new to V8s. The two cars may look different, but they are physically identical in every way. All the setups, etc.
No, we didn't, Adam.
What?
Adam said we watched it live and you commented on it.
Did we?
Well,
is he winding us up? I don't remember that.
So I think that I was doing something else because after I'm getting like 20,000 text messages.
Yeah.
and I think that you forget that you tie your shoelaces.
Yes. Yeah, I'm Dory the fish. I forget everything straight away. It means that I can. What was that?
Was Bo calling sleep well?
Oh right, okay. That was really loud in my headset. I don't know whether it came through loud on the broadcast or not.
No, she just screamed and then moved her face towards the microphone.
Oh, okay.
Picked up on something weird.
So yes, thanks to Ifya, Bo and Noah for letting Wobbly commentate tonight.
Sleep out.
Thank you.
That's the youngest one?
Yeah, that's Noah. That's funny. Do they know that they're busy broadcasting to over 12 people?
Oh man, I told them, but just like, no, we are gonna say sleep well. I'm like, okay, go ahead. You go ahead, you do you.
All right, Adam says that he heard it. That's good. Excellent. Right, so Greg Carr still chasing down Rich Jameson. It's not getting any closer yet, but he's giving it his best shot. Now we've got a developing situation here. Vincent Skillback, after visiting the pit road with mighty tyres. Look at the gap he's got over Jamie Wilson already. I know Jamie went off track a bit, but that's still huge. I do worry for Vincent's connection because he keeps strobing. But he's caught Stacey so fast with those newer tyres.
Yeah, he's been doing a really good job applying and using the tires, like using the new fresh rubber. You could definitely tell that the way he takes the corners is just. He's just having so much. He's having so much more grip than the others.
Yeah.
Oh, the others than the car in front of him.
It just looks so much easier to get round the corner. Turns the car and it moves, whereas the others are having to fight it a lot more. Good under brakes as well, Vincent. Scops driver. Knows his way around the V8 very, very well. Knows his way over those curbs very well.
I like that. Is it a Tiger or is it a Panther on the side?
I think it's the Holden Tiger, isn't it?
Oh, that could be it, yeah.
I think it's a tiger. Or a lion. Might be a lion. We'll go with lion. Lion sounds good.
You know that there's an animal called a liger?
Yes. It's like half lion, half tiger, isn't it?
Yeah, so should we just call it liger?
Yeah, let's do that, yeah. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, wow. Jeez. Both of them over that curb. That was brutal from the pair of them. Right, at the front, Simon Trendle. There he is, current reigning champion. Leads this race now by 2.8 seconds, so he has extended his lead again over Tyler Newitt here, who's got nearly 1 second now over Alex. Alex is reeling Tyler in, Wobbly. It's I don't know. He's got 15 minutes to do it, so this could be on by the end of the race.
This is now more about who. Maybe, well, yes, it's about driving the car, but it's also the combination of the car with the setup.
Mm-hmm.
Who has? Oh, that's grinding the curve from Alex.
Yeah, it was it.
But that's now all about keeping your tires in the right window and not making the mistake by getting forced into driving too fast, overdriving the car. Just be safe, be smart. Basically, like how you should be on the M25.
Yeah.
Be safe and smart. When I was over 4 weeks ago, I told you this as well, like with the weird signs. They were all so aggressive. Don't speed.
Yeah, yeah.
Stop here. It's like they're all screaming to you.
Yeah, Germany in disguise, yeah.
It's crazy, man. Like, there's no way too aggressive.
So what are they doing? What are they doing in the Netherlands then? If you wouldn't mind, could you please slow down a little, please?
Basically, yes. Yeah, I'm not kidding. They're like,
we prefer that if you speed, you die situation.
It's more like, please don't speed because there are kids around here.
Really?
And then somebody flips off with a finger and like, no!
Adam says Simon's just too good. Even his mistakes are good. It's true. It's true. I was commenting on a race. I think it was last season or the season before, and Simon made a mistake, slid sideways through a corner, and it was faster than everybody else had done the corner, and he came out ahead of someone. It was just bizarre. Nice. Right, so Alex has very much caught Tyler this time.
Yeah, so now it's about, again, it's now just man to man, mano a mano, who has the bigger cojones, you know? Wow. I know all my Spanish
Oh,
words.
Tyler's gone wide. This is it. This is the opportunity. Oh, wheel spin from Alex.
This was the moment. I need to text Avie that she needs to bring me a beer. My legs are dead. I can't even walk.
Oh, Tyler's bolted himself to the left-hand side of the track. Look at that.
There's nothing going on right there.
Now, we know that the outside here can be faster. And I can't get to the...
This is an outside move. We might want to go outside.
I'm trying. It's not letting me. There we go.
Oh, there is a shove. There is a shove.
There's all sorts
and
going
now
on.
Bob almost colliding it. It's almost like a chain reaction. Now Bob is on the inside. Now Alex has a better exit. But I do want to see a replay of that situation.
Too right.
What was going on there? Because we didn't see anything. Because Pete is such a sucky cameraman. Was that cursing? That was not cursing, right?
No, you got away with that one.
Oh, nice.
Alex is going to keep this. Alex is going to keep it. Simon's lead is suddenly massive. It's nearly 8 seconds all of a sudden.
Simon is like Max Verstappen last year. We just ignore him. This is the fight for the win.
Yeah. Right, here we go.
Side by side. Slight contact right there.
Tiny.
Zero contacting. Just bumping. Tyler going wide on there. And yeah, I don't think that Tyler could. Yeah, Tyler couldn't go anywhere.
Tyler did seem to slow up though, as if he was going to give it.
No, I don't. No? Well, I don't. No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I think if he did, he shouldn't feel bad because this is Alex Lato hitting the curb quite severely, quite hard.
Definitely.
And he had to turn in the car. I mean, he couldn't go anywhere.
No, yeah, absolutely.
There was just grass on the left-hand side, so I think it's fine. I don't think he slowed up. Adam, that's what I just said. Thank you.
Right then, so he's caught up with him pretty damn quick though. Helpful nudge around the corner.
It looks like Tyler has slight damage on the right rear.
Oh.
And I'm not sure. It looks like it's a little bit higher up, but it could be the camera angle. Nope, never mind. That's why I said it looks like. He's putting out all the tricks. Just going left, going right, trying to break the toe. And Adam, if you're such a good commentator, why don't you join the booth?
Yeah. Gotta wear shorts in the booth, though.
Sorry? Shorts. Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta wear
Oh,
shorts
it was
in the booth.
definitely shorts weather this year.
Yeah.
My God, it was warm. You would have loved it.
It was Scorchio. And no beer.
No, well, we had one cider.
One cider, that's all we could get. Wobbly walked for like 5 hours to try and find us some alcohol.
It was. Yeah, and then I ordered a pale ale, and they said the first thing she said was, "No, we don't have pale ale." I'm like, "But it's there." She said, "Yeah, we're out." I'm like, "Oh, okay, yeah. Just what do you have? Cider? Oh, give me 4 cider that are free, whatever it was." Well, then you're welcome in the booth, Adam. If you're wearing the shorts.
Yeah.
I still haven't gotten my beer.
I'd write a strongly worded letter to the management.
Yeah, I'm now using Google.
Alex is driving really well. Yeah, he is. Adam, he's been spot on. He's been very dynamic, very exciting to watch. All these four have, actually, until Simon checked out ages ago and got a 9-second lead.
No, he's the Max Verstappen of this league at the moment.
Yeah.
Or at least of this track, so we ignore him. Alex is trying to make another move on the outside, which is quite dangerous over here. And he's trying to force Tyler into bad exits, trying to get everything done out there. Going up on the inside, nice cutback. And now Bob Woodard's like, oh, you guys gonna crash again? Let's do it. I'll pick up the pieces. Oh, Bob is... Oh,
really good on the brakes there. Or not
I think
on
it's
the
more...
exit. Right, yeah.
No, this is what I meant. You need to go all the way to the right, because then if you don't, you lack the speed on the main straight.
Right, back to where he tried the last attempt. He's really good getting onto this back straight and getting a good drive behind Tyler. And he's doing it... Oh, he thought about it again. 6 minutes to go. About 4 laps.
I think that Bob he is there. He is lurking in the background, seeing this battle develop. But I have a gut feeling that he doesn't have the speed to overtake them at the moment. But he could be in for a victory, because this is one of these battles where Tyler and Alex are basically equally speedy at the moment, and Alex having the toe. One of the situations where you need to force the issue.
Yeah.
And it could end up in tears for the both of them. And yeah, let's not forget that Saunders' car and Jameson are also like in their own battle. They have a fun. It's for a position, the 12th position. But it's great to see that there are cars back there on that pace, just fighting for each other as well.
Right, so
side by side.
This is where he tried it before. This is good. This is good.
Move. Now Tyler is on the back.
What the hell was that? What the hell was that?
He just snapped.
Yeah, with nobody near him. What the hell?
What's that?
Tyler's crash. What? Oh, Tyler pulled up. He thinks he did something. He didn't. Sorry, I'm just gonna.
Oh,
hang on.
Okay, so.
Go on.
Yeah, we watch it.
Yeah.
If this is the one.
It is. Yeah.
So, it is a net code with about a mile within it. Look at this.
That's
boom.
net code.
That's a net code. Yeah, that's a net code.
That's ridiculous. And I mean,
like 3 cars could, and that's why Tyler pulled off, because he saw the 4X or the 0 contact, whatever.
Yeah, and Bob was just like, "See ya, I'm out of here."
You know that thing that somebody said that Bob is just lurking there and waiting to pick up the pieces because it's gonna end up badly.
No, who's that? Well, I don't know. It might be me.
Well, definitely not you. If it wasn't for the net code, they would have been side by side, heading towards the last corner. last two sections.
Yeah.
Then I think that Alex was on a preferable line and he would have overtaken Tyler.
That was possibly one of the worst netcodes I've ever seen, if I'm being honest.
It wasn't a good and ballsy move to try that.
Oh, this is the end of the race here, and Greg Cow's having a real good. Oh,
That's a.
that was bold. So there's a discussion going on between cars right now. You can almost hear it. So they'll resolve themselves out.
My butler just gave me a beer.
Who did?
My butler.
Oh, okay. And that's the last we ever heard of Wobbly.
She's laughing, actually.
Is she? Right, so with a 13.2 second lead and 3 minutes to race, Simon Trundle looks absolutely golden for this one.
He's been having, besides from that incident at the beginning, he's been having a flawless race.
Yeah, pretty good, very good. As has Bob, he's kept himself out of all the trouble.
I think, if I would have to pick, let's do that at the end. But if I would have to pick a driver of today, let's say that is a thing, I would either pick Simon or Bob at the moment.
Yeah, I'm in the same place. I think David Burns has done a good job as well. He's kept his nose clean. This is about, this is just kind of above his, or at his ability level, I should say, given his I rating in the list. And Woodward, he's kept himself clean and tidy all race, with the championship in mind. But I think we're right. Simon and Bob kept it together quite nicely.
Yes, and I think that your description about Ant, as we started the broadcast, we mentioned that Ant is always getting 5th, 6th places, 4th places, and now just reeling in the points for the championship on a 5th position. I don't have a clue about his incident point status though.
No, I don't. White flag for Simon.
And we see Barney dislocating his shoulder.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous, isn't it?
The fact that they can make rain but still can't get a back wave.
Look at that.
It's a bit sad.
Okay, so Jamie Wilson.
You see that on the right? That's Bob's shoulder. He just flew off.
Jamie Wilson's got himself a scrap right at the end. He's caught up with Stacey Boyd. He's got plenty of time behind him. Tony Cleesterman, after it must have been a penalty, is like eons behind, really. 26 seconds, 25 seconds.
He usually joins the booth, right?
Yep.
So we'll just ask him.
So that is Simon in the background there. We're watching these two because they're going to get across the line and carry on racing. And Simon's going to go across the line and take victory here. Here he goes.
That is a stellar victory from Simon.
Absolutely fantastic. Yeah.
Flashing his lights, so deducted 150 points.
That's
all on you, Simon. That's not on me.
I was going to say, we reduced it, have we? Right.
Bob Woodhouse reeling in the 2nd position. I think he definitely deserves a pat on the back.
Yeah.
Like a big pat on the back. And just for the fact that he stayed out of trouble. Alex later coming in 3rd and Tyler 4th. They all gave us a really good run.
We got to keep watching this though, because I think there might be an opportunity for Jamie at some point around this lap.
Do you dare to risk it all? It's a 10th position. I don't think it's what Jamie was hoping for.
No.
But it's also better than ending up in a wall.
Well, yeah, absolutely. But good racing right to the end there.
Definitely.
Got himself a racing partner at the last minute. And thanks to him for sharing his insect camera. And for sorting out all the BSTV sound on OBS.
could be like a really dirty thing, right? Sending his and sharing his insert camera.
Let's not go there.
Oh. Okay, sorry.
I've not had any dinner yet, and I don't want to be part of it.
You don't have any. Why didn't you have any dinner?
I don't know. Just forgot. Is that Simon out of fuel making his way around? It is.
How can you forget to eat?
Simon's out of fuel. Someone's going to give him a push, right?
You're
Bob's
just
out of fuel.
you are avoiding the question.
Everybody's out of fuel. He's still going though. This is a silent broadcast. No, I did have the other day because all my sound failed on the TCR race. Nobody's giving him a push. Where's Jamie? Come on, Jamie. You know you want to. Right. While they're sorting themselves out, let's go and see. Oh, need to move this across this way. The finishing order. No, he's just left his teammate. That's nice. The finishing order for this race. Where is it? Why isn't it there? Is it because I need to press
He doesn't
that?
deserve to return to the pit because he already
There we
been driving on his own for the whole time.
Yeah. So Simon Trendle, as you saw, won by 14.145 seconds in this 90-minute endurance race at Sandown. Bob Woodhouse finished second place on the podium for Never Quit Racing Europe, and Alex Savillano-Ledo finished third, bottom step of the podium for Hydro Race Racing Forces. Tyler Newitt kind of handed the position back after I think he thought he'd caused the incident, but as we saw, it was 16 miles of netcode. Finished fourth for BSTV Esports with Ant Woodward in fifth for NQR Europe. Then David Burns. Bram Dubois finished in seventh for Never Quit Racing Europe. Vincent Skilbeck was eighth for Wheelie Bim's Mayhem Republic after getting caught up in all the mess at the start. Stacey Boyd finished ninth for Nova Motorsport. That's a good finish. Jamie Wilson finished 10th. Right behind him, they've literally on the screen finished in the same second, obviously with 10ths to separate them. For Team Chimera, Tony Klusterman finished 11th after visiting pit road an additional time, which I don't quite understand yet, for NQR North America. And then Jeff Saunders finished 12th. Rich Jameson finished in 13th place for Rich Jameson Racing. Glenn Sidman finished 14th for Simability, with Greg Carr having some incidents along the way, finishing 15th for NQR North America. And Henrik Benz didn't finish, but was classified 16th, 70 laps down. Racers finished 79 laps. So, lots of drama at the very start of that race, Wobbly. Like in separate incidents, all individually self-inflicted, apart from one. We saw one, didn't we, which was worthy of an incident review and wrong button.
It did get a bit more aggressive towards the end, but that's what we expect from drivers.
Yeah.
Not to be aggressive, but at least to improve their starting position. I mean, it's not a train, like it's not driving in a traffic jam, right?
Yeah, true. Right, so why can I not select the start of this race at all? Has my spooling been reset? There we go, right, okay. So, let us do a bit of that, and we'll do a bit of, where's he gone? Do a bit of this, and we'll get ready for some interviews. Where is this? Where is this? Okay, let's have a word with... Let's go with a word with...
Let's pick Simon because he won.
Just popped into the booth there, yeah. Good evening, Simon Trendle.
Good evening.
Yeah.
That's quick.
And I am very quick. We're
Well, not as quick as you were tonight.
well, exactly that, yeah.
That's what she said. We keep on going.
So, I don't remember a race where someone went from first to last to first again. But you managed it this evening. You get on very, very well with Sandown, don't you?
Apparently, yes. Although not really, because I did the official yesterday and made a complete horlicks of just about everything. So I was put in a mood to try and prove that it was a fluke, and then immediately spun it at the first corner. So it didn't go very well. And then I was driving angry, and then that's when.
I think that's let's be honest. You just wanted to give yourself a challenge for the stream, like for the views.
Sure, that was totally intentional.
And
I just wanted to overtake Jamie. That's what I wanted to do.
he'll love that, I'm sure. But yeah, the back end stepped out on you on lap 1, turn 1, and you found yourself relegated right to the back. Although Wobbly says the pace car was behind you, so you weren't actually at the back. I'm not buying that.
Yeah, no, I had a poor start. Well, I didn't have a bad start. I got off the line, and then I saw Alex had the monstrous start I've ever seen in my life. Because the grid's side by side on Sandown anyway, so I could see him at the corner of my eye because I'm in VR. And he just launched, and I went, oh fuck, and then just immediately started to try and catch him up by like literally lifting off the clutch and pushing harder on the throttle, and it just immediately spun the wheels. So I had my normal start. Alex had a monster one, and I tried to keep up with it, spun the wheels, and I think that's what got me at the first corner, because then I had no grip. So I put my foot down a little bit, and the car went around. I didn't even get a 2. It was that narrow a spin. But
right.
yeah,
okay.
No.
Well, it was a good.
Sent me to the back, and then
Eventually, it was a good save. And then there was all sorts of carnage in front of you, which gave you some freebies along the way. But your ability to side your way through a field in a V8 is pretty damn good, isn't it?
yeah, I think you can thank the low wing for that, because that made most people reasonably easy.
Right. Wobbly's got something to say on that, because you were calling it, weren't you, Wobbly?
Well, yeah, I said that's just rephrase that Simon said. He said he spun up the wheels. That's what I said.
Yes.
Then he spun up the wheels again in turn 1. That's what I said.
You did.
And then I said they were running low wing. That's what I said.
Yes.
It's
amazing how lucky you are and fluky.
It's amazing how lucky I have been getting with these calls.
Yeah. Some would say it was a coincidence. But yeah, I mean, you must have had fun getting through the field, though.
Oh yeah, lots of fun.
Yeah.
Because I was actually succeeding in overtaking people, unlike yesterday, where I was succeeding at overtaking no one and getting very frustrated. Yeah, no, it's I didn't have to fuel save in that race, because my normal fuel consumption was under the target to do the extra lap we needed, and I think that helped, because a lot of people in the first team were having to do a little bit of lift and coast, which sort of let me have a cheeky dive at a lot of people, and thanks to everyone that I did make a dive on who cooperated and didn't obviously make me an
That does explain why we were wondering if you were saving fuel or not. But you said your fuel consumption was less than the others?
I was hitting the target for 28 laps, I think it is, with just going flat out. So.
Good God.
So yeah.
Right. Okay. We know that other people were fuel saving, some of them quite heavily at points, because we were on board watching it. I mean, obviously they're trying to get an undercut on each other, not expecting you to go hooning it straight through the field at full chat. But yeah, and then obviously there was a landslide moment when you overtook your own teammate. And then
Highlight of the race.
Highlight of the race. And then you did the final job in the pits. You went in second,
well,
out
it's
first.
Tyler. You know he's going to make it difficult for you.
Yeah.
I've done it far too many times. I thought, nah, sod this. I'm going in the pits with him, and I'm going to put the bare minimum amount of fuel in, and then try and jump him. Because if he'd pitted a lap earlier than me, and I tried to run along, and then he'd just have a lap on fresh tyres, which would just help. So it's like, nah.
Right.
I'm going in.
Well,
I'll save the extra fuel I need, but I didn't. I was a bit on target actually. I got back to the pit lane on 0.3 litres of fuel, so there we go.
right. Okay. Well, that was an awesome display of endurance racing and overtaking and fuel management and everything really. Probably one of the most polished performances I've seen. What about you, Wobbly?
Well, there's one
I don't know. I did
spear
get
and
a slowdown in the middle of the race where
Yes.
Yeah.
I just stuffed
yes.
the downshift and it locked, and then it just went straight across. And I was like, I can try and make this corner. I'm going to spin it, and I just took a massive slowdown for that.
I was trying to help Pete remember. So yeah, that was the one smear I saw, and the smear obviously in the first corner, but we just ignore that because
There was a load of other little mistakes, but those are the two major ones.
Well, we'll have to overlook them given the fact that you demolished the rest of the field. So, anybody you want to shout out to before we let you go and start practicing for Wednesday's race?
Oh god, it's Interlagos. I hate Interlagos. Yeah, everyone because I basically raced everyone in the field today apparently. So to everyone who was racing, thank you for racing. I don't know, I haven't looked back at my collision with Alex when I overtook him. I don't know if that was on me.
Is that the one where we thought Alex had turned in?
I don't know.
No, yeah, that's the one where you
I
locked up slightly.
I hit the curb and had a massive lock up. But I did sort of make the apex, just not turning as enough at the point of it. So
2 cars going for the same bit of tarmac. That was.
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, the side by side. So I need to have a look back at that and just check that I didn't do anything stupid there. I don't think I did. Otherwise, I'd have given the place back. But
No.
I'll double check.
I think you're good.
Yeah, Tyler for holding up everyone because you know, except for me because I went past him, so that's fine. I don't mind if he does it like that. You guys for the broadcast, and Simability for sponsoring it. I guess there we go.
Yeah, brilliant. In that case, we'll look forward to seeing you on Wednesday in the TCRs. Our current reigning champion of this series, Simon Trundle, everybody.
Cheers, see it.
Cool. Right. Who would you like to speak to?
I was speaking to them together, so it's fine.
Okay, cool.
Who's second? Bob.
Right. Let's bring into the booth Bob Woodhouse. Good evening.
Good evening, guys. How about that one, eh?
I know.
We're proud of you, man.
Yeah.
No,
Wow.
fuck off.
Wicked interview over. Nice.
Yeah. That's Bob Woodhouse, everybody. So you started in about 6th or something.
Yep.
You loitered in 4th for a very, very long time. Were you just watching the guys in front of you?
I think the reality is I just didn't have the ultimate pace tonight. I was running quite a high wing just to keep a stable car for corner exits. And I was just more than happy to just tuck in, let the guys set the pace and just try and hang in there and not make mistakes. And that was the strategy, and it seemed to pay off.
Yeah, you certainly did that. And we were saying that of all the drivers in the top 4, you probably had the least amount of incidents along the way. Kept your nose clean, got some really steady lap times in.
I just did look at the results. I was the only driver with 0 incidents.
0. I mean,
0.
That's pretty good, isn't it, Wobbly?
That is really good, mate.
Yeah.
I think that your strategy, like keeping the car safe, let them fight it out, and just hope to pick up the pieces. It worked.
Yeah, because that last stint, I was going to pit lap 52 and do a fuel save of 27 laps to the line. And then everyone went round again. So I was like, sod it, I'll do the extra lap and then pit 53, and then I don't have to worry about fuel. We could just give it to the line. And I came out, Tyler, I think Simon or Tyler was in front, and tried hanging with him, and Tyler was just pulling a gap. And the more that I tried, the more little mistakes I was making, and I was dropping back. And then as I'm dropping back from Tyler, Alex is catching me at a faster rate than I'm dropping Tyler. So I think, hang on here. If I let Alex by, I'm not catching Tyler. If I let Alex by, there's a chance for shenanigans. And there was shenanigans.
Yeah,
There was some shenanigans. I think they weren't too bad, but I think that the way you approached this, I think that we mentioned it during the broadcast. I mentioned this during the broadcast, Pete, again. Thank you.
Yeah, okay.
I mentioned where it was pretty obvious that Alex and Tyler did have a little bit of pace advantage of you, but you approached it in a super smart way, Rob. And I think that it definitely is all to your gratitude that you got 2nd place. I think that's the case. I'm quite pumped with that. I didn't expect it, and I'll take it. But I mean, I haven't spoken with Tyler and Alex to find out what wing they were running. I picked up on that Tyler said he was running a lower wing, so I imagine he was. I mean, I was running like 21 wing, which is pretty much full wing. So I imagine they were well under 20 on the wing.
Okay. And I don't suppose you know what happened to Mr. Kloosterman and why he had to visit pits again?
I think we're just looking at the replay before we jumped into the waiting room, and it looks like they disengaged the limiter on pit exit like a metre too early.
And then got a 40-second stop and hold.
It is ridiculous how close he was to the line, and he got pinged. It's crazy.
Oh well.
I think you can enter pit lane with more of an overspeed than he exited it with, and he's just
Well, if you want,
very unlucky with the pit lane.
yeah, if you need any lessons on cheat in the pit lane, Wobbly's your boy. He was explaining to everybody how to do it before. Right, well,
Somewhere
that's
in the
very
middle of
sad.
the broadcast.
Yeah. Because Tony, I'd mentioned it. I did actually curse him in the end, didn't I? Because I was saying that he had a very steady, very quiet race, but was performing well, and then of course that. So it dropped him down out of his one position higher than his start position, down to 11th, which is a bit unfortunate.
Yeah. I mean, there was a stint in that race. I think he'd done 10 laps, sorry, which were all like a 107.6 again and again and again, and then to get repaid by a pit lane penalty is just not deserved.
It's rough, isn't it? Okay. Well, looking forward to next time. I can't even remember what the next track is. It is. We don't know, do we? Of course.
Yeah, it's the change of season.
Yeah.
I believe Bram's had a look, and I think it's Bathurst, possibly.
Right, okay.
But that's if he got his week counting correct.
Yeah.
But yeah, it does look like if what he said is correct, it looks like a reasonable run to the to the end of the season.
Okay, well, that round 8 will be on the 14th of September, and we look forward to that. Anybody you want to shout out to before we let you go?
Yeah, I mean, you guys, I'm sure that I'm going to enjoy watching the replay tonight, and I'm sure your commentary's been on point. Everyone that's turned up tonight and made this event a good one. All the members of the NQR team, and pushing hard, practicing, and making sure that we're all on point. Bram for a stellar qualifying and just bad luck at the start. And great team points, and great event. More than happy. And happy days.
Awesome stuff. In that case, we'll see you next time. It's probably September 14th.
Yes.
Bob Woodhouse, everybody.
Take care, guys. Thank you. Bye-bye.
See you, mate.
Yeah, it's a Bramsbois. I won't tell anybody, though, if you don't. Okay. Who should we have next? Alex.
You said Bramsbois.
Yeah, well, you can interrogate Alex. And I'll chip in on this one. So
entering.
Oh, we got a mid-sentence.
Mid-sentence.
Yes.
Excellent.
Congratulations, your third position, man.
Thank you very much.
How was the race for you, from your perspective?
Sweaty.
Sweaty. Oh, we didn't realize that.
Nah, it was super fun, to be honest. But today, for the first time, I think I might have deserved a win with Simon's and Tyler's permission. But it's on me, honestly. I made too many mistakes. And congrats to Simon and Tyler. He drove a mega race. And also Bob, who got P2 in the end.
Yeah, what was your view? What was your take on your incident with Simon? Because we watched it a couple of times, and I rewatched it a couple of times, and I think that it was just, it was bad.
With Simon or Tyler? You mean Tyler?
Simon.
Simon.
You had you had an incident with Simon where Simon passed you on the left-hand side on the inside of turn. I don't remember, turn 6 or 7 or something.
Do you recall that? I can't even remember.
Oh, well, then let's talk about the one.
No, you mean when I was like P2 behind Tyler. Then Simon made a move and.
Yeah, Simon locked up a little bit. It was on the left-hand side, and then he turned in on.
Well, I think it came forced by the lap cars, to be honest. Before my first pit, because I had a gap from the race start, I was just managing my fuel. Tyler wasn't fuel saving. I knew it was full base, and I was just managing like fuel saving. I was doing 2.3, 2.4. And as soon as Tyler was getting close to the 0.8 gap that you get a slipstream, I was just pushing flat out. I'm doing that the whole time, so that was a shit stint. I hate it. I was talking to Kenzie yesterday saying I don't want to lead this race, and it happened. So I had to manage that like that, and I hate that. So it was super stressful, but I was managing. He didn't catch up to me, and I managed to fuel save a little bit. He gave me a 1 extra lap for the first 2 stints. And then after my first pit, I came behind Tyler, which I knew would happen because he beat it earlier, and it was just full base. And I came behind him, and I thought, okay, it's perfect. We have a gap to Simon. I can fuel save behind Tyler, and I was doing 5.2 instead of 5.50, which is a massive gain. And yeah, I had a super short like pits for my second pit. Like I had to fuel around 58 liters, which was like almost a 10-liter gain. And yeah, then with the lap cars, like Simon got close to us. He started putting pressure on us, and I knew, well, either I pass Tyler and I throw all my saving away, or I try to keep it cool and Simon keeps it cool and we both feel safe, and then it's pretty much Simon against me after the pits because Tyler is forced to fuel more. But then Simon started throwing the car into me, and I was like, okay, I'm fucked. And yeah, then that happened. One lap that the lap cars slowed down Tyler, I had to slow down. Simon got a gap on me, and yeah, that made me overheat the tires a little bit, managed the gap, and then behind Bob, I braked into turn one. I was in still fuel saving. I had a massive margin to brake into turn one, but he braked so early that I almost hit him, and I had to slam on the brakes, and that made me lose control again into turn one. I outspun and lost a lot of time, like 5 seconds, and then from that on, it was like, from that moment, it was a full flat out to catch up to them. So I thought, like, okay, fuck fuel saving. I'll just go flat out from now on, and whatever it is, it is. And yeah, then from then on, and after the second pit, it was like full fight with Tyler. I knew Simon would pull away because he was ahead of Tyler, and Tyler was going to be super hard to pass. And I knew either I fought Tyler, or yeah, there was no chance. Simon would have the win from that moment on. I knew it. So
It looked like, you know, it looked like you guys were really having fun out there, and I think that a third position. I think that's a Pete's perspective as well. It was a tough race. It was a hard race, but I think third position was a really good result for you, and you beat Tyler, so that's always a good thing, right? Pete?
yeah, it was. Sorry, what was the last thing?
I said right, Pete.
Yeah.
Beating Tyler is always a good thing.
Oh, without doubt. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm really grateful that he slowed down. Honestly, I don't care. He could have kept going because it's a race incident. I had to try hard on him to get past him. So if that happened, like, yeah, he could have just kept on going. To me, if that happens, I'm not gonna get mad or whatever. So yeah. But thanks to Tyler to letting me by. I knew I had a little bit more of a pace, but yeah, it's racing again. So he played it super well.
Yeah, congratulations on your result, man. I think you did a really good job.
Thank you.
Pete?
Well. Hello? What?
Is there anybody you want to give a shout out to, Alex? Or I want to thank, especially me.
Yeah, sure. Well, thanks to you, to Pete, for this great interview.
No, don't thank Pete.
No, nobody thanks me.
No, yeah, I mean, great words. But Kenzie, he helped me a lot yesterday, the day before in the Super Softs. It was great battling him and having him on track again, and I learned a lot. I gained probably like 4/10 thanks to him. And yeah, my team, Hyper Race Racing Forces, and you guys and everyone who turned into the race tonight.
Okay, good job, man. Again, congratulations on your third position, and looking forward to seeing you on the next time I'm on the broadcast. I don't know when it is, but
3 weeks now, I think 2 weeks now. Thank you very much. Have a good night, guys.
Yeah, good night, mate.
Right then. Who should we get in next? Tyler. We'll get in Tyler next. We'll do this in.
Oh, you do
show.
Tyler.
What?
No, you do.
Okay.
Nobody wants to do Tyler.
Nobody wants to do Tyler. Okay. Wait. What? Why?
That's what his wife said.
Yeah, I know. So, welcome to the booth. Not mid-sentence this time.
Not
Is
mid-sentence.
Tyler Newitt. Good evening.
I was mid-sentence. I just cut off because I recognized the chime of getting pulled into a lobby. So, hello.
Yeah. Hello. So, nice paint job. Eventually got it on the car.
Yes.
I don't know what was going on with my paint. I replaced the paints in the drive like 3 times, refreshed them 4 times, and then randomly it just happened when I didn't even press Control R, but never mind. Let me select you on track. There we go. So, that was kind of a race of strategy and kind of not.
It was a race of exactly 0 strategy.
Yeah.
Well, that's not true. But it functionally was, because there was no room for fuel saving. Everyone could do the full race flat out. So,
But you were fuel saving because we were on board with you and you were letting up. Is that just trying to get an advantage in the pits?
Yeah. So my thinking was Simon was quicker than us. So the first stint I was not saving at all. I was pushing flat out. The second stint, when I jumped Alex, I, realized that Simon was going to close that gap no matter what. So my goal was to save enough that I would hopefully come out ahead of Simon. And then I defended him for 42 laps in the official yesterday, so I was pretty sure I could hold him off in the race today. That obviously didn't work. I was always on the back foot coming in a lap early, which helped me get the track position, but I was short an extra lap of fuel to take on than everyone else. But yeah, it and I wanted to keep Alex ahead of Simon to just have that extra couple of tenths in the bag, and that didn't work either. So yeah, I mean, honestly, that third stint, I said in the waiting room, was some of the best driving I've ever done in this car, in my opinion. I don't remember a time when I've been pushing that hard for that many consecutive laps without making a mistake. And was even closing a little bit on Simon until he remembered how to drive and then took off.
He did. You cut the lead down. It was about 2 seconds. You cut it down to about 1.6, and then he just hit the turbo boost button like Knight Rider.
Yeah.
It was just a bit bizarre, really. When he crashed at the start, you must have had a ringside seat for that, because when he looped it, or nearly looped it, you must have thought, get in.
I could barely see it happening. I was more worried about the fact that we were 3 wide and I did not want to be on the outside. So
yeah,
you know how we call that?
What'd you say?
Wait, mate, we're racing.
That's how we call that.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, you must have thought, well, Simon's. Did you even know that Simon had gone all the way to the back or not?
Yeah, I had seen it.
Right, okay.
I'd seen him drop back. So, and then Bram went straight on onto the back straight. So,
oh my God, yes he did. Yeah.
I was honestly more worried about whether I would be able to catch Alex or not, because he was really quick yesterday in the official. And like I said, I was pushing 100% and I was barely closing. So
yeah, who won your official?
That was Kenzie.
Kenzie, right? Okay, yeah, he's super quick as well. Okay, cool. And then, what did you know that your incident with Alex towards the end of the race? I'm going to describe it was a gigantic netcode event.
I mean, I had a hunch there was netcode involved because I saw him suddenly appear in front of me sideways and didn't feel like I had hit him, and then I heard you say it was netcode, and I try very hard not to blame netcode for things, because oftentimes it would have been a collision anyway.
This would have been a collision.
That would not have been.
That was
no way.
I was not
almost traveling away from one another.
Yeah, I was not happy with that. I probably, honestly, even if I knew in the moment it was netcode, I probably would have pulled off anyway, because it doesn't feel right to get the position like that. But I do think if nothing had happened, I was really good on the brakes there, and I got practice holding Simon off aggressively defending yesterday. So I felt pretty good about my chances of holding off Alex, but it is what it is.
You could have thrown the Empire State Building between you and Alex. That's how big the neck hole was.
I know.
One of the worst solid air moments I've ever seen, actually. I've said that previously, but that one, you could have got Bill Switzer's Harley Davidson through the middle of that. Just unbelievable. Love the paint job, by the way. Love the holy mackerel still on the back of it. Absolutely splendid work on that. Anybody you want to have a shout out to before we let you go and practice? I don't know, maybe your next race will be the next one of these. Whichever track it'll be on, we have heard from Alex that it might well be Bathurst. So,
all right.
It's
Well,
one of your
I'll
favourite
be.
tracks on the planet, isn't it? We know that. You've been there.
I have, and I will certainly. Yeah, if there's a track I like to practice at, it's Bathurst. Although I quite love Sandown, to be honest. It hasn't loved me so much in the past, but I had a lot of fun today. So, yeah, shout out to you guys as always in the booth, and shout out to Simon and Alex and Bob. The racing was fantastic and for the most part very clean. So, yeah, great to race with those guys. Shout out to Rob as well. He wasn't here, but he's been my teammate through the rest of the season. So, shout out to him.
Yeah, awesome stuff. In that case, we'll look forward to seeing you racing with us next time. Tyler New, everybody.
See ya.
Yeah, man. Pete?
Hello.
There's a slight issue. I have to go downstairs.
Okay then.
My vote is going to Bob.
Right, okay. Yeah, cool. In that case, I will thank Wobbly now for his last minute joining me in the booth, and saving me from saving you guys actually from hearing me all night talking the wrong things. So
Well, we've been wrong about the fuel saving.
yeah, we have, yeah. But you know, thank you again. You've saved this broadcast, that's for certain. And congratulations on being the national champion for the Run Bike Run.
Woo!
Woo! Whoop, whoop. Right, go away.
Bye.
Bye. So that was good fun. We've heard from those. Who's next? It's going to be Mr. Bram Dubois, everybody. Good evening.
Oh, good evening, Pete.
Good evening. Mr. Rapidity, you were very, very quick tonight. There was a few incidents on the way. We saw you exiting stage left at one point on the broadcast as you went straight on at one of the corners. The save was good though, and you did a really good job of overtaking people, and you had a long and winding battle with Jamie Wilson, which we were with for, I don't know, I think the broadcast was what, 90 minutes, and we were following you and Jamie around for 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
Talk us through your race.
It felt like 3 hours I was stuck behind Jamie. It's like
Yeah.
everyone was running low wing, and I was like, I don't know, almost max wing, and I was like, a very stupid idea because I just couldn't pass him at all. You know, you get like 1-2 tenths behind on corner exits, and you can't even get to their quarter panel. And it's like, ah.
Yeah. We
And
saw
when
that.
I got past, he just flew past me on the straights again.
Yeah. We saw it. You were like almost. At one point, you did push him around a couple of corners. I think there'd be 0 X's on your screen, maybe, or maybe not even that. But and then by the time he was mid straight, he had like 2 or 3 car lengths, if not a little bit more, and he was just eating up the tarmac. So yeah, maybe that's a lesson for next time. Use less rear wing. I don't know. But you kept the car clean, other than the odd off track. There was no incidents with anybody. It was a very polished performance.
Yeah, I had a bit of run with Stacy again in the same corners because I was also stuck behind him just as I was stuck behind Jamie because of the wing difference.
Mhm.
So it made it very difficult. Just more a bit annoyed with myself because of my start.
Oh,
I
right.
got like very good. I was like, okay, it's a long race.
Yeah,
Don't go crazy. Then Simon got a bad start and it was like 3 wide. It's like, oh.
yeah.
And then I saw Simon going spinning and I thought I had like car contact and it's like, uh-oh, was this me? You know, I started thinking and then I missed the braking for turn 4.
Is that what caused that? Right, okay.
Yeah, and then just me being not paying attention to the race, let's say.
Well, again, a lesson for next time. Don't assume everything is going to be your fault. That was entirely Simon lighting up the rears and looping it nearly. I don't know, be a bit more steely. And
Hold him back.
yeah, absolutely. So, but great performance, absolutely great performance. We guess it's Bathurst for the next round on September 14th.
Yeah, I think as well.
Yeah, and I hope that you're going to be there.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Also some practice for the Bathurst 1000, never hurts.
Yeah, I think of all the cars in tonight's broadcast, you and Jamie Wilson had nearly all the footage. So your sponsors are going to be well pleased with it, that's for sure. Anybody you want to shout out to, Bram, before we let you go and start practice for Bathurst?
Well, you for having these broadcasts, everyone joining the stream, Simability for sponsoring, and again, the team. thought I had quite some pace here to get along, or definitely to hang in people's draft, but oh, Wild Alex appeared. And I think in the draft I could hang on with people, but then it's just these small mistakes which cost me. So
Yeah.
I still need to iron those out. So
It'll come. It'll come.
just overthink too much. That's
Yeah.
my problem a bit.
Cool. Well, a great performance in my eyes, and it's good to have things to work on anyway. It's always a fantastic thing to have you in our leagues, and you fit in so well with NQR Europe's team. Look forward to seeing you next race. Bram de Bois, everybody.
Yes. See you, everyone. Bye.
Cool. Right. Next up, we're going to find Mr. Ant Woodward. Good evening.
Evening.
I thought you were going to be mid-sentence for a second then. Let me find you on the broadcast. You finished further north from your starting position than anybody else, which is a good thing. You had, in my eyes, you had quite a quiet race. Often finding yourself with no friends to play with, but it seemed clean and it seemed polished. Did you just lack, like Bram was describing, straight line speed tonight?
Yeah, I think the wrong gearing, if anything.
Oh right, were you topping out?
Yeah, so I was testing the 2 gear sets, and so I think the lads low wing, but using a higher gear as well. So I was topping out at 165 though, and I was seeing that on the speedo banging off the limiter, and then I'd put the longer gear on. I still hit 165. So yeah, it was just a weird one. I think it was just a combination of that. If you could nail a setup that ran well with the low wing and that gearing, it was money.
Right.
But no, it was a good race, nice and clean. 2 incident points, so kept myself in it a bit because it seems like I'm building a championship. But
You certainly are.
yeah, I was just Bob's luck, man. I'm going all the way to the end, thinking, oh well, he's only Bob's only 1 place in front of you, and then boom, his luck again. Yeah, fantastic. So good team result. NPR Europe smashing it in the teams. So, and 10th to 5th. So good for the Forever Forward award.
Yeah, another good point, because you're on top of that one as well.
I just want a block of wood. I don't care what it's for.
Yeah. There's only 1 block of wood to win. You got to be stood on that top step at the end of the season to get it.
Oh, is there? Is there
oh
only
yeah,
one?
you get a certificate for the others.
Right.
You don't get a block of wood for the rest of them. I'm not made of wood. You might be, Mr. Woodhouse. But yeah, Woodward. Sorry. There's lots of woods in your team, isn't there? That's bizarre. But yes, any highlights for your race?
Oh, David raced really well as a newcomer.
Yeah.
He showed fantastic pace today, so that was good racing him. And yeah, it was a fun race. Did a couple of moves and just managed to keep it clean. So yeah, all race pretty good.
Yeah. And we think it's Bathurst next time round, which is going to be, it's going to be
Love it.
Tasty race. Hopefully we'll get some of the people that have been on holiday through this one, because the summer months are terrible for sim racing leagues, with people, rocking it in Mallorca and Ibiza and wherever Australians end up. So we'll hope that there's more next time round, and we look forward to seeing you there. I've asked you if there's anyone you want to thank. I haven't ever. No, anybody you want to thank?
Nice one, Pete. Yeah, yourselves, obviously. Thanks for doing it. And everyone that turned up, it was quite a good turnout tonight. Yep, so yeah, shout out to the team as well. Well done, Bob. And unlucky Tony as well. That was harsh luck. He was on for at least a 4th place.
Yeah, iRacing gods have smote him down there with a slight indiscretion. But yes, brilliant racing tonight. Ant Woodward, everybody.
Cheers, Pete.
Right, next up, we're going to bring in Mr. Let's get this in the right order. We're going to bring in Vincent Skillbeck. Good evening.
Hello.
Hello. We usually get a morning.
Oh,
Where are you on track? I finally got your new paint scheme on. It only took about 6 reboots of the paint pack tonight. A lovely paint job, by the way. Really nice. Who's done that one for you, or did you do it yourself?
No, I did that one myself.
That's class. I love the. It almost looks like a rusty kind of colour. It's really nice. I like that.
Yeah.
I don't know how you've managed that, but that's just excellent. And have you got some new sponsors on there? Who's Limelight? Is it
No, they're all the same sponsors. It just shows up a little bit more.
It does, doesn't it? That's
on the
really
black,
good.
so yeah.
Love that.
Yeah.
So you got absolutely swallowed up at the beginning of that race in somebody else's accident. Sometimes you just got no luck. But you did exactly the right thing. You pitted the car. You took it like a 3-second or something pit stop, just to get it repaired, and then back out again, and got yourself all the way back up to 8th place. Lesser people would have just, I don't know, quit out, but you stayed right in it. Got yourself a massive haul of points. Actually, you get a lot of points for 8th place in this league, and got some really good drivers behind you. The likes of Tony Klusterman and Jamie and well, Stacey's fast, isn't he?
Yeah.
So good on you for staying in there and getting the car back on the track. Easy to lose, enthusiasm for it, but no chance of that with you. Great racing. Talk us through some of your best bits.
So that incident that put me back was actually my own mistake. I grabbed too much of the first curb at the chicane and got it up on 2 wheels. Managed to save it and then just drove back on track. In hindsight, I probably should have just driven onto the grass and gone around, but I decided to join right on the edge of the track. And Greg just had nowhere to go and ran straight into me. So
Right. Okay.
Sorry for Greg for that one, but it was all on me. But yeah, I drove around I think for a lap. The car didn't feel too good at the front end after Greg smacked my front end. So I pitted, decided to get tyres, refuel the car, take the fast repair, and then decided, because I'd already decided earlier in the week I was going to fuel save, knowing that I can make 28 laps with the wing setting I had. So I decided I'll just fuel save. I could have just gone full bore to try catch the pack, but I just fuel save for the 28 laps, which I think worked in hindsight. I only had to put about 50 something litres in at the end for the final pit stop, so that kind of helped a bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was surprised listening to everyone in the waiting room, the different wing settings everyone was running. I was like, wow, I might have been one of the ones that was running the super low wings, so I was pretty happy with that.
Yeah. How's Scops going? Is that on at the minute? I can't remember.
My last round was Road America.
Yeah.
It was going alright, till I just made too many mistakes. I still finished, well, maybe a couple of spots down from where I started.
Right.
Got unlucky at the end of the race with getting taken out as normal. But
Right.
yeah, still trying to get in there.
Yeah.
The next race is, I think, start of September or the end of the month, I think. For our final sprint round, to top off the season, and it's into endurance races. So it'll be hard for me to get to into the endurance races, but I'll see how I go.
Yeah, hopefully you do, because you're certainly a fantastic talent, and you're part of the furniture in BSTV now. You're not allowed to leave. Anybody you want to shout out to? One of your many sponsors, or all of your many sponsors, before we let you go and start practice for what we are guessing is Bathurst for September 14th.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Well, yeah.
Everyone over at Wheelie Bins that keeps us running, all the guys that race with us seems to be pretty good at the moment. You guys for the broadcast, everyone in the league for the good racing tonight, even though I wasn't amongst it all most of the race. And Simability for sponsoring the season again.
Yeah, well said. And best of luck for Scops. We'll see you next time with us. Vincent Skillback, everybody.
Yeah, catch you guys next round.
Cool. Always like speaking to Vincent. Such a nice bloke. And last into the booth, because I did it in order tonight, is Jamie Wilson. Good evening.
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello. Right. Have you had Bram surgically removed yet or not?
Needed some forceps there.
Yeah. That was, well, it was intimate for quite a long time, and he's given us his side of it, which is he bogged himself down with having lots of downforce and watched you romp off into the sunset every time he tried to overtake you. It was dramatic to watch from an observer's perspective. How did you think your race went?
It was pretty dramatic in the car as well, particularly at the point after he passed me, because I buggered up the hairpin.
Uh-huh.
And that put him onto me, and then he took like 3/4 of a lap to do it.
Yeah.
But there was a point where I was behind him and caught him, and because of the wing difference, we just worked it out. I had a 12-kilometre-an-hour overspeed on him.
Jesus, that's a load.
And I was joking just now that I needed to have said engage beforehand to be authentic, or factor 7 or whatever. Mr. Worf, engage, because it was like straight up there. But the problem is I couldn't do anything with it. So yeah, this particular combination. Normally, I am pretty good with it, but on low downforce, I just struggled to really find a good rhythm.
Right.
And I kind of needed it to be a much more condensed race, because I think the other endurance races I can think of around here, it's actually been pretty busy.
Oh yeah, this was the
up
one
with a
with the
big pack.
massive pile-up and the huge pack. Yeah.
Yeah. So in that case, it would have worked really well. But the problem is, I ended up with there was a crash going on at the last corner, and that kind of split me off the back of Tony, I think it was.
Yeah.
And from that point onwards, I just had Bram behind me, and then the low downforce isn't really working for me that well, because all I have is the disadvantage of being on low downforce, but not the sort of suction power of it dragging me along with someone in front of me. So it just didn't play into the strengths. Whereas obviously Simon, on even lower wing than me, was able to kind of use it a bit better than I could. So yeah, it was a bit of a kind of race really after that first stint. I ended up over fuel saving a bit as well, because I was not reading the wrong number, but reading a number, not realising, oh, actually, I've already saved enough.
Yeah. Okay. And were you happy with your final result? I mean, you're up 2 positions from your start position.
Yeah, I mean, consider it's a track I don't. It's a track and setup in this case that didn't really gel with me. So I suppose it's the best really that I could have achieved.
Yeah.
I was lucky with Tony getting a speeding penalty as well. Because where did I end up? 9th, I think.
You finished 10th.
9th, 10th.
Yeah.
10th. So, yeah. So I mean, it's not a great result, but I mean, it is what it is. I think if I was on a higher downforce set, I probably would have been a bit more comfortable and able to just push a bit more through the fast S's and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
With confidence, because I was always having to kind of nurse the car through there a little bit, and also fuel saving through that section as well for a lot of it. So I just didn't really make the most of the grip available to me, really.
Okay. Well, from our perspective as viewers, that was really good racing. There was loads of tactics, on-track tactics being used by yourself, by Bram, and I think between the two of you, you had pretty much 50%, if not more, of the footage, because it went on for ages. It was great to watch. Anybody you want to shout out to before we let you go?
Shout out to Bram. He was joking, saying that it was very frustrating, and he was like, "JP, please." And I just said to him, "Well, if you ever think that, the answer always no."
Yeah.
But it's good. It's good fun being a nuisance. I quite enjoy playing that role in races like that. It's more satisfying when you're being a nuisance to Tyler, I must say. But
yeah.
But yeah, no. Shout out to Bram, because there was a point there where he properly Nico Rosberged me going into the hairpin, and because he must have locked up, or to be fair, I might have given him a bit of a scare and put him onto the inside curb there, which would have caused a lock up. So, but he let me back through on the following lap or whatever. So fair enough. He didn't have to do that. And yeah, thanks to yourself for putting it on. And I don't think you were on your lonesome in the end, were you?
No,
I saw an interloper in here a while ago.
Yeah, he came up good, and lastminute.com'd it into the booth.
Fair
so
enough.
brilliant from Wobbly, really. Especially after he's just become national champion of the run bike run, which is pretty cool.
They'd make a good thief then.
Probably, yeah. Run, get on a bike, like it, run, yeah. With a TV under one arm. But yeah, it's very entertaining this evening, and we look forward to you racing with us on the Wednesday this week for a start at Interlagos, and on the September the 14th at Bathurst is what we suspect is the schedule for this one.
Still a Champion's Choice selection in play.
There is.
Don't forget.
Yeah, forgot about that. Oh, that could be a trump in there somewhere. Let's see what happens. But yeah, brilliant racing tonight. Jamie Wilson, everybody.
Yep. Cheers, Pete.
Yay. Right. Okay. So I can switch that off. I can switch that off. And just leave my dulcet tones on the broadcast. So Simon Trendle mopped up this evening on gave himself a reverse grid in the end, on a first to last to first, and he's going to get my vote. So Wobbly's vote went to Bob, my vote's going to go to Simon Trendle. It's been a really good endurance race. It didn't feel like an endurance. Everything went very, very quickly for me, including trying to change the paint 6 times. Thanks yet again to Jamie Wilson, who has sorted out the sound issues and then re-educated me about the sound issues this evening, because I'm too stupid to pay attention. And we will see everybody, the viewers, who need to be thanked, because you're what makes this such an entertaining thing to do. The racers, because without you it's just a boring empty track, and you make it extremely exciting. And thanks to Wobbly for joining me in the booth. And stay safe, everybody. We'll see you next time, and it should be great if we're at Bathurst, but who knows, a Champion's Choice might kick in and the track gets substituted out. Let's see. Night, everybody.